one's on the way, streaming magic every day. Join the shelter, it's alright. Blues and twos bring out the light. Raising funds for a good cause. Verbal energy, no pause. Scrub gaming is how we do. Making friends and chilling too. Starting soon, don't miss a thing. Charity's the song we sing. With the pack, we're never alone. K9 shelter feels like home. Animals all around us here, bringing joy and spreading cheer. Communities are common ground. Feel the love with every sound. Starting soon, don't miss a thing. Charity's the song we sing. With the pack, we're never alone. K9 shelter feels like home. Blues and twos light up the night. Feel the vibes are up so right. Here's a love and here's the games. K9 shelters where we reign. Raising funds for a good cause. Verbal energy, no pause. Scrub gaming is how we do. Making friends and chilly too. Starting soon, don't miss a thing. Charity's the song we sing. With the pack, we're never alone. K9 shelter feels like home. Animals all around us here, bringing joy and spreading cheer. Communities are common ground. Feel the love with every sound. Animals all around us here, bringing joy and spreading cheer. Communities are common ground. K9 shelter feels like home. Blues and twos light up the night. Feel the vibes are up so right. Here's the love and here's the games. K9 shelters when we reign. Blues and twos light up the night. Feel the vibes are up so right. Here's the love and here's the games. K9 shelters when we reign. Blues and twos light.
Welcome in, everyone, to I believe this is episode 8 of Happy Hour in the Doghouse, and I'm super fucking excited. We have the power couple of Twitch themselves. All right, let's be frank, and let's be frank, wifey here with us. So welcome in everyone that has made it in. All of you just suddenly came in at once, so thank you so much for that. But first, I think we need to do a little cheers, a little salud skal pros Nostrovia to the wonderful Let's Be Frank and wifey. So to you. Oh, we
Cheers.
got Corona, we got
Thank you
Cheers,
for having us
guys.
on the show.
Thank you for having us.
No, the pleasure is all mine. All right, so first off, cause if you're watching for any reason this stream, we need to get Let's Be Frank sponsored. So that's the only reason I'm drinking this. Because you know teamwork makes the dream work. But we got to get him there. All right. Oh no,
I
how did
know.
that
Please
cause
sponsor
banquet?
him.
This refreshing light cause beer is in my hand right now. Is that the banquet version you have there, Fred? That's great.
Yeah, so it's just like slightly heavier. It's kind of like a Bud Light, Budweiser combo, but for Coors. It's not as heavy as the Budweiser, but it's a little bit more taste. And I'm not gonna lie to you, the Coors Light has very little taste, but that's the point. It's supposed to taste like water, but give you that
Can
alcohol
we
that you
can
need.
we cut
The
that? Can
Coors
we
Banquet gives you
edit
a
that?
little more of that taste.
Yeah, sorry, I was just talking to my team about editing that ready for sponsorship because we're going to remove the bit about the taste. We'll put something else over the top of that for you. But anyway, so welcome in everyone, and first things first, as always, can we get a little introduction from you guys as to like who you are, how you got into gaming, Twitch, etc. You guys pick between you. I don't know who wears the trousers in the house. So,
So I'll let Wifey go first because I probably have more to talk about
all
than
right.
Wifey. Go ahead, Wifey.
Yeah, I definitely think Frank has definitely a lot more to talk about than me. But I kind of just followed Frank into streaming. Um there was like this one time before COVID that Frank was like talking to his best friend and was saying like, let's just do it. Let's just stream. How about that? Like, how about fuck it. Like, what if no one watches us? But who cares? Like, let's go have fun and do streaming. And then I was like, oh my gosh, that's a great idea. Like, I'm very supportive to Frank and anything he does. Even it could be like the stupidest thing in the world, and I'll be right next to him and be like rooting him on. So I don't know. That's like my portion of the story. I feel like when I saw other people mod, um I think that like encouraged me to be like, "Oh, I want to do that for Frank. Like I want to be like his right-hand person." Um so I started doing that for Frank, and then that's like what I'm not very good at explaining it because Frank
No,
is a
this
lot
is
better at
great. This
doing
is
it than
great. You're doing well.
I'm just like I don't
Seeing that you
really I
can.
kind of just followed Frank into it because I like loved how he was like so passionate about like making connections and like I would like lose like dates over this, but it's okay. I like am okay with it now because I'm part of it. But I was like, Frank, what the
Sometimes.
fuck? But sometimes I'm like, Frank, like we gotta go out on a date. Like this is not. We need to do something together.
Oh,
But
that's
no,
something
but
for us to delve into a bit later. Then
I
we're
just
gonna see what we missed out on. But yeah.
that was way back when. Before I was like, oh, like I. But then Frank made so many like connections, and now I'm like, oh, like oh, it's the Javi and the Heavy, like all of them. Like I consider you guys all my friends. Like I love you, K9. Like you're like a family to us. So I'm very thankful for this to happen. But Frank has like a better portion of this because he was the one that created. Oh, you're so sweet, K9.
All right then, Frank. Let's fill in those blanks. And wifey, she did well in explaining, but
Yeah, so this is circle back because wifey didn't mention she actually did use the game quite often when we first started dating. She was playing like Rainbow Six Siege and whatnot. So she was a gamer. She was a gamer, but then school happens, and she also does the modding on her spare time with me. I don't have time personally to game outside of streaming, and then if wifey's modding. And then she's got school and working full time when she's not going to school, and part time when she's going to school. There is no time for games, and it's like a champagne problem. It's like, Frank, you stream 3 to 4 times a week for 3 to 4 hours. Are you really bitching? Like, no,
no, I get
obviously
it.
not. But but it's a little different gaming off stream and whatnot. So she was a gamer, and as far as my backstory, we go way back, and I mean, I started with the PS1. That was my very first console. I didn't have the N64. I guess you call it Game Boy Color. My first console. That's not really a
Okay, that's
console.
fair.
Game Boy
That's fair.
Color.
It is a
We
console.
played them all. You play the classics growing up. Big Call of Duty head back in
Yeah.
the junior high school days. That's about all we did. That's when it became
Big
popular.
is an
COD,
understatement.
COD 4 came. Yeah, COD 4 came out.
Wifey, what are you trying to say? How
The
big?
PS.
No, this man had tell them how many hours you guys had.
Too much. The PS3 was breaking technology when it actually came out, and we're talking about COD 4, like Modern Warfare. When it first came out, it would revolutionize like the gaming world. Like, at that time, the multiplayer was kind of below par. It wasn't very. Oh, I gotta play this thing. That's the first time zombies came out, and
Yeah.
that was a
World
huge
at
hit.
War, right? With
Hmm.
zombies.
I think World at War was the second one. Was the second one? The zombies came out, huge hit. So we played a lot. I got pretty good at it. I mean, you put 6 to 7 hours in a day, you get pretty fucking good at
You
something.
hope you
I'm not
would
gonna.
be at least anyway.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, we did what everyone else does. You get home from school around 2 o'clock. You rush home. You eat. If you gotta do homework, you some homework. If it's a nice day, maybe go outside for a little bit, and then you go downstairs and you're playing video games until your parents kick you the hell off. So you get 4, 5, 6 hours of gaming in, and then you rinse repeat. You do it the next day. And when we were kids, there was no going out on a Friday night or a Saturday or Sunday. So for us, that was full time game days. We game for 10 hours until our parents kicked
Jesus.
us off.
Damn.
So
Okay.
we got
So,
we got pretty good, and I also dabbled in World of Warcraft, which I'd rather not get into
but
that.
hey, there's no judgments here. We listen and we don't judge. All right. That's what
Yeah.
we do. All right. It's up to you. I can say I had it worse. I was into RuneScape, so I was
Okay.
even
Well,
worse than
I,
you.
I had friends in RuneScape, and I just didn't understand that. I guess you still had to pay for the subscription. I was like, why pay for that when you just play WoW for it's like a quarter more of the price? And they're like, no, RuneScape. I was like, whatever, guys. So I was like, I'm not playing RuneScape.
Oh, I don't blame you. So again, now we know that we need to try and get Frank back on old school Call of Duty for a stream and see where his skill level is at now.
I played like a year and a half ago. I can still do it, but not like I used to. Now your reaction time is so much slower. You got to play slower. Change your play style. Once I'm no longer, I don't know. It's like I guess it's a bad attitude to have. Once you lose so much progress,
Hmm.
it's hard to go back in and have the same amount of fun as you used to have. You're like, "Dude, I remember going in every lobby, I'm getting at least 7+ kill streak, and now I'm lucky if I get 2 or 3.
I feel you on that, and I bet Wifey feels that if she tries to play Rainbow Six Siege. Right? Because Siege, if you
Oh
don't
my
play it
god.
for any period of time, you just get shit on. Like it's rough.
Now they have like new players, new maps. Well, obviously, like forever, like any Call of Duty, anything like that. And there's like, it's not fair because I used to be so good, but now I'm trash. I can't really play.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were gonna try and play. I know we were gonna try and set something up, but it's weird because it's been like what, like 5 years, 6 years since Rainbow Six Siege came out, and like they still haven't done cross-platform yet. So I don't know what's going on there. They said it was this year, but we're trying
They
to figure
they
something
gotta
out
get it
there,
together.
right?
Yeah.
But so you grew up on these games and that, and then so from my knowledge, right, you met wifey on Tinder, is that correct?
This is correct.
All right. So how did all that go? Where did you guys like just start talking? Like you knew you were gamers and things? Was it you were who was the more dominant one and being like I like you? Well, you know, or was it just match go from there?
First of all, it's a hobby. That's a wild statement. That's a wild statement. Second, second of all, wifey took like 7 or 8 months of me like on and off talking to her, and I offered to go on nice dates. I was like, "You want to go here? I'll take you there. Take you there." Here, and say, "No, no, 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 no." And then at one time, it was Thanksgiving Eve, and I threw the invite as a joke. Like I didn't think she was actually gonna come. She was blowing me off for every date I offered her, and I was like, "Do you want to come to a Thanksgiving Eve party?" My friend at the time, rest in peace, his grandma passed away, and he was taking care of the house after. So the house was in the process of, selling it over. So hypothetically, he had a house for a little bit at a young age. At the time, we're like 21, 22, 24-ish, 25-ish. So at free house to party, fuck yeah, we threw parties. It was
Oh
Thanksgiving
yeah.
Eve. I invited wifey as a joke, and then she's like, "Yeah, I'll come." I was like, "Wait, what? What? That's where you want to meet me for the first time at a party we're getting drunk at, and a bunch of strangers with you?" But she said yes, and um, it
All
was
right.
alright. I
Um,
mean,
Hold
the,
on.
the turnout wasn't as you expect. Everyone's always
excuse
like, "Yeah,
me.
yeah, we'll come to the party." Then no one ever shows up.
Random house party invites.
Okay, wait.
Get
I
the
need to say
girl. All
my
right.
my part.
Just
I was 18 years old. I was 18 and
yeah.
Frank was 24,
Okay.
So you
25.
choose to go to a house party. It seems like
Well, well,
like,
I wanted like a big public area, but at this house party,
it was a
I
house party. It's not really that public. It's someone's
I know.
house.
Well, I know, I don't know why, but I was scared to like go on like a separate date with you for some reason. I was like, oh my God, he's like an adult. Like I don't know. But at the
They call
time that I
24-year-olds
know,
adults.
Yeah.
I
When you
I'm
look
still
back
not
on
an
it.
adult.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When
I'm
you look.
still not an adult. I'm
well,
31 now. It's
I know
still
that
not an
now.
adult.
I know that now. Like, well, when I first, you were so adorable though. Frank picked me up. It was the cutest thing ever. But when we were at this house party, there was like all of Frank's guy friends were there. There was no girl.
That's standard at most of the house
Yeah,
parties, right?
that
And
is
no one ever
definitely
shows up.
that is
We invited so
definitely
many people. No one showed up.
that's definitely how it used to go. It would be a little bit of a sausage fest every time you're like, all right, invite everyone, and then all the girls either they would come for like 15, 20 minutes. They'd already have pre-game to the point they're puking in the bathroom, so they leave, or they go into like the city or the town, and you're like, cool guys, I guess I guess we're just gonna play some games and drink. I don't know, like
Standard. That's exactly how it went.
definitely, but like, okay, so obviously that seemed to go all right then. The first date, bit weird. All right, house party. All right, and then was it just like from that point on you knew you guys wanted to be with each other, or was it like, did you still have to wine and dine? Did you still have to, you know?
The second day, Frank brought me to his parents' house.
Oh, on the second date, Frank. That's a way to lock it in. That's a way to lock it in right there. That's a meet the parents. You're involved.
I
You're
loved it. It was
yeah.
adorable. And I like instantly fell in love with like Frank's family. I love his sisters to death. Like they're like my sisters. Um
To my defense, like I said, we were talking for like 7, 8 months
Yeah.
before that. So like, it's at one point like you already kind of knew the type of character, and like it wasn't like we were talking for a week. Like, yo, come meet
Yeah.
mom and dad.
I mean I get that part, but that was smooth, all right. That was just a way to be like, all right, this shows I'm serious about you because I wouldn't just take anyone to meet the parents, like. And you're also gambling. That's a big risk because your parents could be embarrassing to it. You said you've got a sister. Could be a lot of probing questions there that she just feel. I see you, Frank, a gambling man, a gambling, and it paid off. I mean, you're both here, so you know.
no, it's so nice. I loved it. And then Frank kissed me on the first day. We kissed at the house party. I'm trying to think of what else juicier stuff. We said I
Juicier
love
stuff.
each other
Oh,
like a
when did that?
week in. No, maybe 2 weeks in.
Two
We
weeks in.
Yeah, okay. I don't even. We were playing a beer pong, and she shot like two air balls in a row, and I was like, "That's right, I still love you," and it's like, oh my
It
fucking
slipped
god, I
out.
was like,
It
that's
slipped
fucking wild.
out.
And I was like, that's fucking wild. I was like, whatever.
And then she's like, right, I'm counting that. It counts. All right.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
I
She's
Yeah.
like, "Ah, you said
love
it
it.
Yeah.
first. You said
Yeah,
it
you
first."
said
So,
it first.
whatever, sure.
I I feel you. Where
8
you're
years
just like,
later, I still count that. I'm like, but I told him I loved him after that. Like maybe like a day after.
oh, so you made him wait on it just to make him panic a bit and be like, oh shit, it slipped out and I didn't, you know?
No, that he knew I loved him so much. I was like, we hung out like for like consistently for a very long time. And then no, like I think Frank knew. And then I think it was on the couch when I told you I loved you. And then you were like, "Oh, you gave me like the same reaction." I was like, "You're so silly." It was very cute.
Oh. So I'm just letting Nicole, if you see any lurkers, can you give them a shout out, please? I appreciate you being here. But that's super sweet. So then from that point on, it was just straight up like, all right, there's never been any like, all right, we're just gonna keep moving forward with this. And then so you were saying it was like COVID time that you got into Twitch, right? So you just said, fuck it, let's do it. Um,
Yeah. So, I mean, as COVID was for a lot of people, it wasn't only a health concern for people, also as a mental and emotional concern. I mean, you get people that are social beings, are used to doing XYZ things, and now you say, right, don't leave your house, like stay home, and you go a little mad, go a little crazy. And I felt like I was like, I don't know, you're starting to feel like the onstarts of depression. You're starting to feel really sad for no reason all the time. And you're like, I was like, all right, something needs to change. Something can't just keep on doing this. And as a joke, like my wifey mentioned, me and my friends said, well, what if we were playing video games all the time? As everyone was. All
yeah.
we did was I would work and play video games, and that's you couldn't leave your house. What else are you gonna do? And we said to ourselves, why don't we just go live and see if people hang out with us, and then we get the socialization there. You never know what's gonna happen. Maybe become something of it. So I bought a computer as a joke. Got all this stuff. Got cheap stuff to start out. Got everything ready. And my first stream, I still get ripped on it. Luckily, Doodoo Brown,
No,
shout
we
out to
do.
that guy. Absolutely
Shout out.
love Doodoo Brown.
We do love
He
Doodoo.
found my stream. Don't know how he found my stream. Found my stream. I think it was the second or third stream. He hopped in. Um, my I try to make content,
Yeah.
and I didn't know what to play. I didn't want to play Call of Duty. I wanted to play Call of Duty, Fortnite, whatever. I'm really good at Fall Guys. It's a stupid talent. I wish I
Stupid
was better
talent.
at a better game, but I'm pretty darn good at Fall Guys. I will take on any, even like the pros. I give me a couple of chances and I'll beat them eventually. I promise you, I'm pretty good at that game.
Yeah.
I can play right now, and I guarantee you, within the 1 or 2 games I win. Give me three, just in case.
I mean, I
Guarantee
can
you, but
confirm because I was really
I'm gonna get a
salty when
win.
I played with you. I was like, what the fuck? You're
Yeah,
actually really good. This
yeah,
is
for some stupid reason. So we played that. I was playing a lot with my friends. So all my friends would hop on, and I had a list of would you rather stuff, like some crazy stuff, out of left field stuff, and I would just sit there and ask my friends and let them debate the would you rather, and hope someone from chat would hop in and interact with the questions.
okay.
Guess what? No one hopped in, guys. It was just us fucking around. As most people know, when you first start streaming, there's no discoverability. You kind of have to network first, which I didn't know.
Yeah, no one knows that unless
Luckily,
you've got someone
yeah.
already behind you.
mhm. Luckily, like I said, due to Brown hopped in. At the time, I know I got like one or two people hopping in, they leave right away. So if someone hopped in, I started talking to him, and he said like he DM'd me after, and he offered this. It's basically like a Discord, Twitch community that are out there. There's tons of them out there. This one actually was doing raid trains at the time. Tons of raid train Discords out there. I didn't know what Discord fucking was at the time.
Mm.
I wasn't a PC person's console, so I downloaded Discord for him, um, joined this community, and signed up for these raid trains and did what they told me to do. Met people, networked, and I was like, "Oh wow!" So if I network, that's how you get to know people. That's how they stop in your streams, and it just blossomed from there. But shout out to Doodoo Brown for finding me, because who knows? If he never found me, who knows? Maybe I give up.
Heavy
Maybe there
hustles,
is
my
no.
doo-doo
Let's
brown.
be frank and
I feel
what do you,
you.
I miss Doodoo Brown
I
too.
do.
He's
Um,
doing good though.
I'm glad he's doing good. Yeah, what a name, what a man, indeed. And I can tell you he was. He still is. He's not dead. He's still around.
No, he's still around,
Yeah,
and maybe one day he comes back. He
yeah.
actually talked to me about a month ago, and we were just reminiscing about the Frank and Doodoo show.
And I've got
And
your
I said,
poster right there.
I said to him, I said, Doodoo, I mean, his name's Josh. I said, Josh, we can still do this thing. Like we can still do it.
Trust me.
I just need you to show up, man. I'll do all the work. You just got to show up. And he said, let me know. He didn't say no, so we'll see
Well,
what
that's
happens.
you
Maybe
heard it here first, all right? As they used to do breaking news, and it would be a whole scene. You heard it here first. He might be back. He might be.
that.
Real
I mean,
quick.
I'm not counting on it, but you never know. You
Hey,
never
you
know.
never know. Never lose hope. Just real quick before we go on too far. There was a question from Zahabi, which was, "What is your most cherished gift?" Let's be frank, gave you. I'm guessing that's to wifey, because I mean, you could give yourself your own gift. I don't, you know, like.
Um, so I'm like a very like cherishable person. Like I keep the stuff that Frank gave me of like from sorry. I keep stuff that Frank gave me like our first year of even dating. So I have like his like cards that say like I love you, like and happy Valentine's Day, like when we used to do things for it. So I have
God.
stuff like that, but I do have like a gift that I really like that he gave me that I was like, wow, this is so sweet. But I have to go get it. So I'll be right back.
Okay, no worries. It's a girl thing. Hey, it's not a girl thing. I'm very sentimental too. All right. I'm Epic. Let's put the blues and twos on for you real quick. Much love, Epic. You know the drill. All right, half of that goes to charity. The other half goes for Aunt Huey Irwin. So thank you so much for that. But okay, she's got it already. Okay.
That's your most cherished gift.
He looks so mad.
Why
He's
didn't you
got something in
like
his head. That's
it?
why he thought of something
I
that he
don't got
found
anything
more
in my head. I don't know
sentimental.
what the hell she's gonna get.
I was gonna
But that's
say.
the one. That's the one
Hey.
you picked.
I kept this years. You know how old this is?
Yeah,
He
I
gave
want to
this to
throw
me
that thing
like
out. That thing's
no,
garbage.
no,
It's
we're not throwing it
garbage.
out. What the
It's
fuck?
garbage.
Well, I mean, I appreciate
You
that
want
you've
to
got sentiment for it, wifey. That's very sweet of you to attach so much to it. But just check the trash tomorrow morning, just in case.
I keep
Now that you've
gonna get it.
reminded him, like.
I would hit you. I would literally hit you with glass.
But that's super super sweet. Like
But it
the
has like a backstory to it.
yes, tell us the backstory. What's that?
Do you remember what you wrote to me on the box? I can, like,
He's
Frank,
thinking. He's like,
Frank,
wait, hold up.
No, this was like 4 years
That's
ago.
what
I
I'm
don't
saying, like,
remember
hold
what I
up.
wrote to you on this box. No, I have zero shot. It was probably some corny shit. I don't remember. If you remember,
It
that's
was
kudos to
very,
you.
very, very corny. Frank wrote, "My love will last forever like this rose," or something
Oh,
like
so I
that.
gotta throw
Oh
Like,
that thing
my
out.
god. He's a poet as well? Oh my god. Frank. Frank, you can't be handsome and have the charm, alright? That's not fair. That's not fair, is it?
Getting
no, I
abused
can't
over
believe
here.
this.
Yeah,
Live
right.
on
Which
Twitch
one
TV.
is right? Everyone write
Live
that
on
one down.
Twitch.
Hold on. What was it? Flowers, death, something. It
Oh,
was
it's a fake flower, so it
fake
never dies.
flowers.
See? Riddle me
Yes,
that.
yes. My love will never die for you like this rose, or
My
something
love
like
will
that.
never die for you like this
Isn't that
plastic
so
rose,
cute?
but the sea turtles will when I throw it out. Okay, there we go. I got it for okay. um, but that's super
But
sweet.
Frank has given me so many gifts. I think Frank knows me very, very well. Like I'm a huge Harry Potter fan too, so Frank gets me a lot of Harry Potter stuff too, which I
Well,
like.
what's make or break? What house are you in, wifey?
Oh, I'm a Hufflepuff, but
Dork.
I mean, that could, yeah,
I
that kind of tracks. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm just saying.
so many people. Oh my gosh, when we were in Universal Studios, every kid that looked at me, they're like, "You're a Hufflepuff," and I'm just
Yeah,
like,
like, shut the
No,
I'm
fuck
this
up,
like,
little
you're
kid.
5 years old. I'm
yeah,
gonna
this
be
little
like,
9-year-old was ripping on her, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Damn, that sucks."
That
And she just
sucks
took
for
it. I mean, what are
you.
you gonna say?
Yeah, I love the fact you didn't stand up for it. You're like, damn, that sucks. You know what I mean? You
What?
just,
I don't know. They're just
yeah.
talking Harry Potter slander. I'm not really a huge
It's
Harry Potter
Harry
fan, so
Potter
I thought it was just
slander.
funny.
It's a new
I thought it was
subclass.
funny.
Oh, but that's super sweet.
it's
I'm sorry that you got shit on by some 9-year-olds.
it's okay. I'm okay. I got over it really quick. After Frank was like laughing with this little kid, I was like, "You're
The kid literally looked at her with like disgust. He goes, "You're a Hufflepuff." I was like, "God damn!"
Kids are so fucking savage. I love it. They just have zero filter. Like, not like, oh, that's a good choice when it. Ugh, you're a Hufflepuff.
The kid's parents and mom apologized. She's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." We're like, "No, it's fine." I was like, "Don't
That's
worry
alright.
about it."
It's gonna come up on a
Wait, should I
podcast in 10
show my
years.
Hagrid, my little owl that talks?"
Yeah, you can show us the owl that talks.
Sorry, I get
Wifey,
very
no,
excited over
no,
these things.
wifey. I love how excited you get for things. That's such a good quality. Please do. Like everyone wants to see the owl. Everyone-
I know Frank makes fun of me for it though. He's like,
no,
"Why do you
like,
get so excited over this stupid shit?"
no, it's
I'm
so
not gonna
good.
lie. That owl was pretty cool. That owl was pretty cool.
Yeah. Look, there's one thing that I learned a long time ago. Was that like with my ex-wife, like she was super excited for Kingdom Hearts at the time, and she was like, "Can we do the midnight release and all that shit?" And I was like, "Fuck no, I'm not getting up to go see this stupid game that I don't know anything about and all that." I didn't hear the end of it for years. Just I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. I should have definitely let you be excited about things. So I love now seeing when people are excited. So that's my little life lesson there. Oh, she's like nurturing the owl. I can see her. She's like,
So it's made to stay on your shoulder. Um,
Hello.
oh, what the?
so you shouldn't have to hold it, wifey.
She's scared it's gonna fall. Oh my god!
We
Oh
you
yeah.
walked around the whole park with that thing in your shoulder for hours, and it
Just
didn't
ow.
fall.
That's awesome though. I was like a magnet or something, and then
Yeah, it's a magnet, and you put him on the magnet, and then it's a pretty strong magnet, so he doesn't knock off. I mean, your headset's gonna knock him off, but usually you don't wear a headset outside in public like that.
yeah, and it's like she's like this, like.
I
But,
know. I'm like, I
yeah,
don't want to hit him, but he talks and everything.
that is
Are you
super
So
happy?
cool.
it's voice activated, so he'll talk. Like, I guess when you're talking, so hypothetically you could talk to it, and it gives the illusion it's listening to what you're saying and whatnot. It's pretty cute.
I see, like even Nicole saying like I spent $200 making a droid at Disney. It's like a bit like BB-8 if I remember. I'm not. Don't at me. Don't Star Wars nerd me out. But yeah, see, Dr. Divers, Battle Buddy, welcome in. Absolutely correct. The best couple on Twitch, which is why I was going to bring it back a little bit. to the fact that we were talking about the Twitch side of things, and at one point, wifey was streaming by herself. I remember jumping in some of her streams. At what point did you guys kind of decide like, hey, you can you'll do the wifey takeover? She enjoys the modding side of things too. Like, how did that conversation come up? It's like teamwork makes the dream work type thing.
It was more so just I felt like you make friends chatting and whatnot in the chat and modding, and it was only a time, but she knew so many people, and I was like, maybe why don't you just go say hi to them, like put a face to, and we always say popped in and said hi, but I was like put a face to the name, hang out with them for in a couple hours, play some games, and yeah, enjoy it. Nothing crazy, once a week, once every other week. And I mean, obviously, she enjoyed it. There's conversation to be had, and great people here on Twitch. So it's cool, Dad.
Okay, because I'm not gonna lie, that is like, as I always say, that's like the dream to have someone that supports you so much, either way as well. Because like I know that wifey is normally the one doing the modding, etc. But even when like it's wifey takeover, you're always in there, making sure that chat is running smooth and she doesn't have to worry about anything and that. So like, again, like all I know is that's like my one. You've kind of upped the bar for anyone in my life now because I'm just like, if they can do it, what the fuck? Like, where are you? But either way, like, I feel the same way. It's like you should support anyone in any of their endeavors, and you do that with. I see that a lot with her schooling and stuff. Right? Is that you're always there supporting her career choice and like even the things where you're like streaming and you're just like, we gotta go because wifey's got to go to bed. Like it's not just like wifey go to bed, I'll carry on streaming. It's like no, we're we're shutting this down. This is you know
She here's to go to bed lest I go to bed, so I can't do that
No,
you
I
can.
hate when you say that because I will
because
go to
it's
sleep.
true. No, okay.
No, I go to I go to sleep when I need to sleep.
You fall asleep when you're exhausted and or ill. Sure, yeah. Every other time you're awake.
I want to support you. I feel bad.
That's super sweet because there's been so many times we've been in there and like where she's like, I'm really tired, and you're doing your like filming for GTA or something, and it's like you're gonna have to balance that like, oh, I need to get this scene done while I've got people around because we've already seen how finicky that can be, where people are just
Yeah.
like, by the way, I'm out.
Hmm.
You're like, what do you want about?
Hmm.
Like, I scheduled this ages ago. And then on the other hand, wifey's kind of like falling asleep at the keyboard. So-
Yeah, it's been an interesting change to my content and hobby and overall streaming, ideas. In the past, like I give it 3 or 4, 3 months, maybe 3 months, give or take 3 months, probably since like October-ish. I think I started doing these long form edits. It's just I found a new joy in streaming and producing content to the point where it's probably not healthy because now every second I have free time, I'm just editing stuff and I'm not seeing friends, I'm not seeing family. My lazy ass hasn't gone to the gym in so long, so I gotta learn to balance. It's like a dopamine hit. I was
yeah.
chasing the next edit, chasing the next movie to make, and I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that in the sense that, like, when you find passion for something again, especially a hobby, it's nice because we were like 90% of the people in chat, if not more, are streamers themselves. So they know that, like, streaming can get tiring, you can get burnt out, you can just feel like, "Ugh, what do I do next with all this? Where should I stream tonight? Shouldn't I? But, like, if you've got that, like, drive to do it, that's awesome. And you have the support of wifey to do it instead of missing all these dates like the ones that we did miss. Like, what did we miss in the beginning? All right, for streaming, what dates did you have planned where you were like, I got to stream.
I don't know if it's a missed dates. It's more of just like missed days that we could be doing something. Obviously, Monday to Friday, you can't really do much during the day. Finish work, you're not gonna go out and come back, and you gotta wake up for work. And then wife has school, she has homework, test to study for, whatever. So the weekends are the days And then, I mean, if I'm doing something on the weekend or I'm editing or whatnot, it's like, well, hello, are we gonna hang out this week or are we not gonna hang out this week, type of thing.
Well, I mean, I completely understand that as well. Like, I mean, obviously not to the degree that being single and all, but I get that. Like, even just like the small things throughout the day, but you're like constantly planning for the next thing for stream or whatever, or you're like looking at the clock, being like, I said I was going to go live at this time. Should I even bother going out and doing this? Like, because I want to be on stream or whatever the time I said. So especially with what you're doing right now with like Destiny Hits Productions, where you've been. There we go. there's the.
I'm a Frank made this bad boy.
Thank
I
you.
thought of the idea.
So look at that. See, even getting the rest of the family in on the Twitch love. So you've got wifey bringing up the idea. You've got Mama Frank making it, and then you've got the front man himself wearing it. So it's a collab. It's a group effort.
It came
Uh,
out really good. I actually made that design. I got like the actual GTA like camera, and then I put it in, and then it says Destiny His Productions, where stories are made.
where stories are made and where smut is made too if she's feeling like making it. But um, no, like this whole endeavor, right? I know we had a little bit of a talk about it pre-stream because people don't really see the amount of work that goes into this. They just see that for like some of those movies are what like 15 minutes, the earlier ones, but for you that's like weeks of work, not only setting up and scheduling people to be in them, adapting to people not being around, the late nights where some people are just wanting to dick around on GTA and do their thing, and you're like, hey, I gotta shoot this movie, and you want to run off and do a gang war right now. That was certainly a night. I remember that one. Um, and then on top of that, then you have to sit there and edit everything, right? It's not just like you just go, oh, we got the scene, cut, cut. There's a lot that goes into it. Do you want to explain to people what that process is?
Yeah, so I don't know if anyone's ever done this before. I don't know if this is new content or if just other people are doing it, but I feel like I'm trying to tap into something that's never been done before, and I hope that in time I can create something that's pretty amazing. I think I'm getting better as I go. Just started at it, so who knows where I'll be in a year of learning what I can do and can't do and be quicker with things, but it's tough. First things first, you have to brainstorm, plot your movie. You. I have a notebook here.
Yeah.
I put down the information on said notebook about my plot line.
So that's like the golden
This
thing that
is
like
the
if you
yeah.
left that on a bus, Hollywood would go wild. They're like, where did all these
Well,
things come from?
yeah. Well, that's
Oh
what it
my
is.
god, imagine.
I'm not gonna lie. When I pitch people plot lines, back of my head, I'm like, what if someone is says
Listening
"fuck
in.
you"? I can make this movie. I'm gonna do the same shit you're doing. I'm gonna steal your plot line. I mean, the plot line is one of the hardest things. Is you have to figure out what you can use within GTA, when you can use it, and what will work and not work in a timely fashion. I don't got all day. People playing don't got all day. Everyone's doing it on a time span, get in and out. So that's honestly the hardest part. You have to create this plot line that can be done. I did my first big movie called The Line Between Us. It was some people probably saw it. It was between a cartel and a mafia,
Hmm.
and I wrote
Pendejo.
I wrote a long plot line because I was like I'm gonna make a movie, and actually the guy who played the lead protagonist, he said I want a movie. If I want to do this, I'm doing it right. So I said okay, well do a movie. I wrote a long plot line. It was so long, took 3 days of filming. Um, I wasn't filming the whole time. If you were there, you saw sometimes it pulled hair to get people out. But I probably, no joke, with minusing that time, probably spent like 12 to 13 hours filming in the city of GTA, getting to the scene, getting the scene right, redoing the scene if it was wrong, organizing and getting the people to be in the right spot. So that's just 12 hours just of that. I probably added on an extra 6 hours of bullshit time where people didn't show up. I'm waiting for them to show up. I'm making phone calls for people to come. I gotta get you here. Yeah, yeah, adding those on, I had 18 hours, give or take. And when I started that film, it was the first time I ever really said, "All right, I'm gonna actually make like a movie." Before, no, they were kind of gags, or were jokes.
Mm.
I said, you know what? If I'm gonna do this, I want to take it seriously. I'm gonna actually try to make a movie. Didn't know what I was doing. Learned as you go. So obviously, it's a lot of, oh, I fucked up. Oh, I fucked up.
Yeah,
Oh, I fucked up. And you keep on doing it, redoing. Now I'm a lot faster. It took me probably about 30 hours, give or take, just to edit
30
the movie.
hours.
So you're looking at about 50 man hours to create The Line Between Us, which I still might pride and joy, but this new one coming up, I've been working on it all day today. I put 6 hours in today. I put 3.5, 4 hours in already yesterday. And it might give it a run for its money. It's really, I'm not huge into the genre. It's
Hmm.
a vampire drama film like whatever, Twilight or Vampire Diaries, or you know the type, the vampire drama films.
Thank you,
It's
obscure. He's repeating
it's all good.
So, so a vampire-esque one is in the works, right?
It's in the
And
works, and I have 15 minutes finished. Finished.
nice.
If I exported it, I can say it's. I mean, I'm gonna watch it over a couple more times to make sure it sounds good and it flows and whatnot. But I'm pretty confident. I have 15 minutes done, probably about 10 minutes left. So it's almost done. I might be able to finish it by this weekend to do the premiere. This one I'm excited for. This
Is
one I'm excited for. We'll see. We'll see if it's good. Wipe you saw some of it. Um, if you were there Wednesday, I was up till 2 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday. Awful idea. Highly don't recommend that. Trying to
you
wake
don't
up and do work
recommend.
the next day. But we got it done. We got it done.
So, like, two things then. One, that's another side of these films is that you then premiere them in game to all the people in that city. And again, you're running around, you're putting it on the version of Twitter in the game, you're trying to get everyone together. You've done it in like movie theaters and things. It's been like a big thing. So that's like the next level of it is just to show people the work that they put in, which I think is awesome. It's not just like, hey, just go to my YouTube and watch it. Obviously, that does happen in your chat. Like, hey, here's the link. His wifey's doing right now. Like, which I love. Super proud of you. And please do go watch them. But like, you premiere them as well. Like, that's a whole setup in itself as well.
The idea, obviously, it's my content. It's for me. It's for me to build my audience and create Destiny's Productions, which is me. So the end goal is obviously to get my stuff out there. But you also look at it another side, and maybe one day I feel like I will get the recognition I deserve. But as of right now, I feel like I'm producing a lot of content within the city, and we just started. So we'll see where these movies go. But after this one I drop right now, I'm very excited for it. I think people are gonna like it, and I have another one in the works. We filmed the beginning. I put those two in. It's gonna bring people into I think maybe I'm wrong, but I think it'll bring people into the server just because, oh wow, this is a pretty cool nifty idea that happens
Mm.
once or twice a month. There's a movie on the movie theater in the city. You hang out your Friday night, you have some drinks, you're in there anyway, but now you get to go watch a movie with your friends via GTA. Or I want to be in a movie. I
Yeah.
don't got to do anything. I don't got to do any editing. I just got to show up and act. And there's a lot of people out there who would love to act, but they're kind of shy. You're like, I don't want to show my face. I don't want to. Everyone's self conscious, myself included.
Yeah.
So to go out there and actually try to act, it's tough. Imagine, like, all right, now I can give you a way to act without you actually even being there and no one even sees you. You just got to use your voice and whatever various emotes and props you can do with the city. So I feel like I might bring people to want to jump in and try out the city and the GTA world. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see where it goes. But I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it.
It sounds like you've got the idea down that like essentially the world runs on PR. It's good for you. It's good for the GTA RP community. It's good for the server owners, and it's good for the people involved in it because they have some fun with it. They get. I see in your chat all the time. They're like, that like, oh, it's me, or like, like I love
Yep.
this. I
Yep.
loved doing the scene, or like things like that, or these little memorable moments for them where now you can just be like, hey, go to YouTube and your work is there. Show it off. It keeps snowballing,
Yep.
etc. But on that note of it snowballing and that, I wanted to ask you, do you regret that you had to use Destiny Hips for this? Because, or did you like that she's got her origin story coming from as an exotic dancer and masseuse from Detroit, being a rather voluptuous woman, all right? And now you have to stick with the voice and the personality throughout this whole movie career thing.
So here's how I look at it. I look at it as no for the city I'm in because I've been in this city for probably about 2 years now, and I built up the role play slowly. At first, it was more like just
Trolling.
we were just trolling people.
Yeah.
I'm trolling everyone, and the only interaction you get is to troll, and a lot of them just die off quick. So you weren't really building friendships. It was just, oh, that's just some knuckle in the city who just trolls people all day. And then eventually, I guess they probably thought I was gonna leave. But
Yeah.
this guy's not here to
Like,
stay. He's just trolling us. He's gonna leave. He's gonna leave. And then eventually, I just never left it. I'm just always around, always hanging out, trolling. And I guess I think people think I'm funny. I don't know. I think I'm
I
funny.
think you're funny.
If you don't think you're funny, if you don't laugh at your own jokes, then you're not funny. So you have to think you're funny yourself. I think I'm funny, and I think they think that I'm funny, so they keep me around, hang out. Um, Eventually, I built up. People know who I am. I have a reputation in the city. A lot of people can hop in new, and you just go ask around the city. I guarantee you, one in every two people you talk to knows exactly who I am. So it's pretty cool. I have a reputation, which makes it easier for me to get out there and get people to want to sign up for these films because they get some comedy in it. They're laughing. I'm playing the
Mm,
character I play as.
yeah.
They get to be in the film, and they know, I guess, the product I can give. Hypothetically, if I remake the character, one, they might not know who I am. Two, they might not be so down to do it because now it's more serious and less of a
Mm,
joke. And or if I like if when Destiny does it and I do the movie production, I get kind of like I get sassy and like no, you're going here, whatnot.
yeah.
I feel like if I did that and like a normal voice, people like this guy's just a fucking asshole. I'm not
Yeah.
acting for him. Like fuck this guy. But when I do it as Destiny, it's like it's
It's
funny. She's
part of the
sassy movie
character. She's
producer. Yeah, sassy movie producer,
she's
whatever.
doing copious
Yada
amounts of
yada.
coke on the side.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
So my attitude is if I ever did and not in my agenda. TNN Roleplay, where Destiny plays, is her home, and will always be her home in case something crazy happens. Who knows where life takes you? But if I ever did, probably try it from scratch again. I'd probably make a new character. I'd probably do it on probably a normal voice character, more of like a soft spoken character. Use my real voice. That way, I don't have to when I'm trying to tell people what to do, and I don't gotta talk as Destiny because it's harder than you think.
Yeah.
Getting better with the voices, so it's easier to say, but it's harder than you think. You're trying to say things and they're like, "What'd you say?" I'm like, I wish I could just tell you.
Yeah.
And I already have a little bit of a list in my voice and whatnot, so that doesn't help either. And then also I drink when I play, so that adds on to the double lisp. So that's not helping either.
Or the
But
just confusion as to what voice you're meant to be in right
uh,
now.
uh, that too, add that in. But yeah, if I ever did leave, I'd make a new character. But I don't regret it. To really
Like,
answer the question, I don't regret having to play as Destiny. I actually think it's awesome. I like Destiny Hips Productions. I like the idea of Destiny Hips Productions, and it makes my character unique.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't go around Twitch and look for someone who's playing my ped, which is they're called peds, which is just characters within GTA 5 that you can just be. You can't change much. I
Yeah.
don't see anyone using that character, so it's original off the bat. Someone hops in, they're like, "Oh, it's an original character," rather than just regular guy character with clothes on that everyone else plays. So
Yeah.
it instantly just catches your eye a tad bit more.
It just it was meant to be. She went from trying to scrounge for $20 to offer him 50 grand for the movies. Everyone, a rags to
Eh,
riches, so to
yep.
say. Literally, she was
Uh,
wearing
yep.
rags. Now
Mhm.
she's finally
Mhm.
clothed, and you know, that's
The
awesome.
best is yeah. The best is people. Some people are new hopping in. They don't understand the backstory, so
Yeah.
they don't understand where it came from. But the originals, they know. They know.
Because I know recently you did one where you played a lawyer's assistant, and you were really struggling to keep that voice going because it was a very
Oh, it was like low
taxing
and
one.
raspy, and I couldn't do it. Like my throat was hurting. I was like, shit, I gotta find a new voice. This is not gonna cut it.
This is especially because when you come up with the concept, it sounds great, right? Like you can do it for a little bit. Like everyone makes me do accents and stuff as well, and so like everyone's like just speaking it for the whole day, and I'm like, you don't understand the level that you've got to
Not
be
how it
at to
works.
do that. Like Hollywood level elocution lessons and stuff. I'll get told off by Nicole if I say that word wrong. But like things like that where it's like the minor slip just breaks everything. Like there's so much thought process going on just as you speak those words. Like if I say, how do I even pronounce this word as that person alone? But I was going to ask, wifey, is there any chance you're going to be featuring in any of these films? Are you down to play a character or?
The only thing is, it's gonna be so hard with me and Frank both are talking at the same time. I'm kind of worried that like
It's gonna echo.
it's
There's no
gonna
filters,
echo.
so
Yeah,
it's gonna echo, and
I
it's,
know.
it's gonna echo, and a lot of people do it in the city, and it really takes away the
It
immersion where
takes
you
away.
hear a second
Mm,
voice, and also it's hard to understand them hypothetically. But one character, and I haven't had the time to really plan it out and make it work. She could be a puppy, a dog in the city, and then she doesn't have to ever talk, type of thing,
but
and
she,
then
Can
she
I
just
follow you around?
yeah, you just follow me around hypothetically.
Can
I
I say
mean,
like crazy shit?
No, you can't talk. You're a dog.
you're
Oh,
a dog.
can I like do cocaine as a dog?
I don't think so. No, you can pretend. You can mimic you're doing cocaine. I can like pretend to give it to you, but no, you can't. I don't think you can use the item. Actually, I don't know if you can use the item. I don't know. You might be able to.
I mean, as long as like she cameos a lot in the movies by accident, like so she's pissing on something in the background, or
Yeah,
she's doing some dumb shit somewhere, like kind of just like, hey, we're just leaving it in. It costs too much to edit out the dog in the background, you know.
it'd
Um,
be a pretty funny role play idea where I just have my dog and let's tell people like my dog's gonna go shit. Go take my dog. Hey, you take my dog.
yeah,
Go poop.
yeah,
I'm
like be
filming
really
it.
bougie
Please,
with it, like.
just throw a couple dollars at him. Here's $1,000. See my dog out this shit.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
like not
that's
under,
so
especially
funny.
if people don't understand his wifey behind the character as well, because that way like she can tell you in real life like, hey, they were mistreating me, and then you can riff off things like that. So that's
I'm gonna
awesome.
pretend to be lost one time, and then you're gonna keep paying people to find me, and then
That
Go
would be a
find
pretty.
go find my damn dog, and then I'll be crying super sad when I'm trying to film. I can't do it without my dog.
I
I need my
can't do it
dog.
without. Like you better be giving me regular updates. Like where you at? I'm in Sandy Shores right now. I'm looking. All right, like you know, have like a little wifey cam where she actually is or something like that.
That would be funny.
that
That
would
would be
be so
hilarious.
funny.
That would be
That would be
hilarious.
so
There's
funny.
a puppy cam. It's every once in a while. And what is Destiny's puppy doing? It is going
She's on
to
top of May's
pull up
bank
wifey's
right
side.
now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah. Oh well, look, the content makes itself with you guys. That's the good thing, right? But like, is there anything coming up that because again, you've been working really hard on the production side of things, but like, is there anything for wifey coming up? What, like any takeovers and stuff you've got planned or?
Uh, well, she's got tests like every Wednesday these days, so there's not really much time for it. You finish tests and go back, and she's got to restudy for the next one. And then also I have my content in there, so it's kind of hard to find the time. But when she's not in school, is when we do more of the. We haven't done a co-stream in a bit, so we'll try to get that back up. We actually have two games to play. We haven't done. But it's just like she's got the school and whatnot, and I have the content I'm trying to produce. 'Cause I don't also do Destiny. I have Tony Magano and the news crew on top of what I'm doing with Destiny, and that got rejuvenated and is back up and going. So that adds on to a day I can't afford to miss as well.
Okay, so like if anyone doesn't know, and you're willing to share with us, wifey, what are you in school for right now?
Oh, I'm in school for to be an RN, a registered nurse. So I'm in nursing school.
Like, how long have you got left on that? Because nursing school is super intense.
I have a year left. This is my half. Before I used to say a year and a half, but now this is my half, and I'm almost done with my half. So I have a year left.
A whole last year of schooling left on top of that, and you're always here for Frank on those late nights, um, trying to help. Leah, why are you being pouty? But sorry, it's just seen in the chat. But um,
Yeah.
as well, if anyone has any questions, by the way, please do feel free to ask. All right, for like wifey, Frank, myself as a collective, if we got any opinions on anything or anything. We've been asking, bro. Well, look, you gotta kind of bring them up every now and then. All right, because
Yeah, this
again,
could be on me. I wasn't actually reading
I
much of
was I
this.
was trying to
I,
keep
I
up,
wasn't
but
reading either.
like I was seeing like again like Heavy Hustle talking about how Destiny Hips put her baby in the trunk and stuff. Like you've created a
Yep.
lot of great memories for people with your content and stuff, and that's why like I know I get super excited to watch you. I know recently I got Nicole into your stuff. Like we would sit here and just watch you guys. Like we would be in Discord talking, but watching you. Like we were having our own little like watch parties of Destiny Hits live and stuff. But like Miss Blondie, what was something that you asked then? If you were you want willing to fight me over it. But I'm just so K9 is old. Give
Epic
him some
did that.
grace. That's crazy. Don't say that. Like Frank is literally like a year younger than me, and look at him. Look at him. All right,
I know he
I
has
got
a
that baby
baby
face.
face.
he does have the.
Yes.
I would have put you at like 26. All right, easy. I'm getting to the questions. I was scrolling up to make sure, but all right. Nipple
So
Sniper's in the house too. Let's go.
Epic asked, what movie do you both love?
I mean, you
so
you
we
guys go
we
first.
kind of we kind of watch them all. We don't really watch much of the horror genre. We watch them here and there, but not really much on that genre. Those gory films are not really our cup of tea. But we watch pretty much anything movie wise, anything new. Um, get out there and watch it on Tuesdays. Movie theaters by us only $5, so easiest date night can ever do. $10 without tax. It's only $5 flat.
That's
It's
good.
down the block. $10 to go see the movie. So we watch a lot of new stuff. We watched recently the new Captain
Like
America.
Captain
We
America.
watched that one. We watched Moana 2, Mufasa.
Go
Um,
watch The Robot.
we watched Sonic. Wild Robo was a good one.
Frank cried, and Frank never cries during movie. I've seen
Hey,
you
there's
cry
nothing
during
wrong with
If
that. I'll
it,
admit I
it
and
cry
was
in
that one.
movies as well.
No, that's
yeah.
how I know it's
Those
good.
two will make you cry. If you want to cry, you watch the movie If, which is a good one. That has what's his name in it?
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan
Oh,
Reynolds.
I'm
So
in. I'm in.
obviously
Man
you haven't
crush
I
all
seen
love
day,
If.
every day.
him. What? You need
Wait,
to go
Kanan,
see
you
it.
haven't seen the movie If?
No, I like so between like my job, then Twitch life for me. Like, unless I want to be really like sad and alone and go watch a movie by myself, I would prefer to take a date to go watch things. So that's whenever I've actually watched a new movie is if I'm on a date. But like I don't have that drive anymore to be like, okay, I'm gonna drive all the way over there. I'm gonna pay some money to,
Well,
you
you
know.
don't watch it when it's out on the streaming services
But
and
that's the
whatnot.
next thing is like I used to be really good at like I would have like 9 tabs up, plus I'd be watching Netflix or whatever, and I would potentially be gaming, and I could be everywhere at once. Now I struggle to have like 3 tabs open and game, or be in a Discord call with someone because I'm just like my head is all over the place. So like I like to watch a film, I have to be like, I'm with someone and we're sitting down and we're watching this film, or I have to be like, okay, I shut Twitch off for the night. I have to sit there and focus. Like maybe it's the meds I'm on, I don't know. But like I just can't sit there and focus on a film anymore. Right? I need someone to be like,
You
no,
know,
we'll lock it in. We're watching this film. Like, okay. So I love that you guys have that though, where you set some time aside to go watch new films, watch new stuff, keep up with things.
I've always been a movie watcher, hence why when I was given the opportunity to create a film in GTA, kind of just instantly jumped on that idea. I was like, well, that's fucking amazing. I was like, if I can do this, then I can just sit here and just think about what movie that I like that I can recreate. And I mean, just come at me for copyright. I'm just spinning off movie ideas over here, as every movie does these
I
days.
mean,
Nothing's
it
original anyway.
yeah, it's
All
hard to be
remakes
original.
and just add-ons to content that's already out there. So they're already doing it. So why can't I do it? That's what I'm trying to say. But if honestly, if you haven't seen it yet, it's about imaginary friends, and where does the imaginary
Oh
friend go
no.
hypothetically when the kid grows up?
Oh no.
And then it's they kind of hit home with trying to get people to pay less attention to the the, the adulting guest life, you put it, lack of better
Yeah,
words, adulting atmosphere, and remember that like your creativity never goes anywhere. You just choose
to shut
not to
it off.
follow it.
Yeah.
You choose to shut off your creativity and put it in with doing the 9 to 5. You do your
Yeah,
adulting thing
taxes are
and
more
do your
important than my
job and
imaginary
whatnot.
friend. You know.
Well, yeah. So I feel for me it hits home because I'm a child at heart. So it hit home for me. I think it's a good movie. I think it's a good movie.
Well, because I was gonna say I never judge people for crying at movies because one, that's what they're there for, right? They're meant to stir emotion. They're meant to make you think these things. And two, like, there's two things that will always make me cry, which is anything with dogs in, right?
Oh, dogs.
Like, I remember a
I
little,
don't watch those. I don't watch
I
those movies
yeah,
refuse to watch dog movies unless I
because
know
that
something's
just
you
gonna
means I
set
want
happen.
to go
yourself
cry.
up. Yeah,
That means I want to go cry today. If you watch a movie that the dog's the main role in it, you're signing up to cry
you're
today. Do you want to
signing
cry
up
tonight
to
or not?
cry.
You are. You were
Yeah.
signing up to cry. It gets everybody. Everyone's tearing up with that film. It's guaranteed.
Look, all I know is that like I used to try and be that person that was like I'll never show emotion if I don't have to or whatever. And then someone told my ex-wife that like I cried my fucking eyes out to Marley and Me, so she bought it for my birthday. And I was like, that's fucked up. All right. And then she was like, I want to watch it. I've never seen it. And I was like, that's super fucked up. And I remember ugly crying as her mum walked in the door, and I was like, "Get the fuck out!" Like, I was just
Yeah,
screaming tears.
that movie is so
It
sad.
was it
That
I
was
one
bad.
always gets me too.
I hate that movie because it just makes you cry. I'm not. I don't know. I don't like to make myself cry because then you're sad. Like, why would you want to make yourself sad for a little bit? I don't know.
Right?
I don't know. I try not to be sad. What?
I think
What?
I think I cry like every single movie.
Oh,
I don't
Wifey
think
cries every movie. Every movie. And I look over. I was like, why are you crying? I was like, this was not even sad.
It's just like she's just feeling it in that moment, right?
I just
I
it
no,
give me
I
like a
wish.
happy cry, a sad
Yeah,
cry.
I wish I had a memory and a scene on hand. I could just pull up the YouTube video and be like, all right, this is where she started crying. You all watch and be like, what? Why are we crying here?
Right?
She's an
Like that.
emotional being.
I mean, the other one I'll say for me is that like watching war movies and stuff. Like I'll get those moments where like my favorite character or something dies, or like, or they're just having a moment, and I'll be like, again, I'll be with someone, and I'm like, don't look at me, don't look at me. Like my eyes are all puffy. I'm like, don't, because if you look at me, that's it. I'm gonna start crying for real. Like. And then they're like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, stop!"
Oh, that's the worst. Whenever someone's crying and you ask them to try to explain why they're sad, you instantly make it worse. You make
Yeah,
it worse,
you're
but
just like,
you always do it. And how are you gonna not say what's wrong? You're not gonna just let
right?
them cry there. You're gonna try to help. But helping makes it 10 times worse. Because then you're bracing their sadness, and
Yeah,
then they're like, oh,
I'm just there
everyone it
like,
happens. To everyone.
I'm there like, and he's never gonna get to see his kid again. And I'm gonna, oh my god, and he
Oh my
his
god,
wife,
me.
and then they're like, it's okay, it's okay. I'm like, no, it's not right now. Like, it's a movie, it's a movie. But that's what
That's
it's there
literally
for.
me.
right?
Oh,
That
God, that's me with the robot movie. The robot movie, I cried for at least
Oh, you cried for like 45 minutes straight. It just kept on going because it hit
Mikey
her and
was
then it hit her and then it hit
dehydrated.
her and all.
She
And then like I knew she was crying because it would happen. I was like, "Up, she's crying again." I look over it. I was like, "Up, there it goes." It was like, it's that one's a very good movie. That was actually a very very good
it
movie.
was
It's very
made me
cute.
so happy, and it's like a happy cry. Like it's a sad cry,
Yeah,
happy
there
cry.
was like happy cry moments and sad. They mixed it. They really did a roller coaster emotions. They got you with the sad, then they pick you back up with some happy, and then they hit you
oh, they
back
hit
down
you
with the
again
sad, then
like a
they hit you back up with
sledgehammer
the
coming
happy.
in.
Yep. They did a good job with that movie. I think it's a Pixar film. They did a very very good job. I think it's Pixar and DreamWorks, which I like animated films personally. I think they help me kind of stay young. Keep that
They
child in
also
you.
have a lot more scope to be able to do things, right? Like CGI and everything is good, but you have that sense of like realism with things or immersion. Whereas animated films, if you go into it knowing it's animated, like they can do whatever they want with that, like they can really portray anything. Wifey as well. What are some of your favorite movies then? Because Frank sort of said he watched everything, but
Okay,
Um,
she's seen a lot.
I don't know. I've seen so many movies. I can't even pinpoint an exact movie that I would like. Oh my God. Actually, wait, there is this one movie. Frank's gonna laugh at me. There's this one movie that in the middle of the night, Frank will be like, all right, what movie do you want to watch? And I'm terrible at picking movies. I'm like really bad at picking movies at night. Because I'm like, I just want to rewatch like all the old movies that I know that I'll love and have like the same like dopamine effect. So like I love Sing
okay,
Sing 1 and Sing 2.
nothing wrong with
So
that. Nothing wrong with that.
so I will always pick those movies and Frank will be like, "Oh my God."
So there's a good movie based theory and things in life, right? So like, do you pick those movies because like one, you know the outcome of the movie, it's a comfort movie, whereas Frank is kind of feeling like, can we watch something new, or because we've seen this a million times? But then the super sweet thing is that he's willing to watch that movie to get you that little bit of comfort, you know. Uh, Welcome in
Frank is
Eternals,
so
much
good.
love.
No, Frank is like very good with my comfortness because like I love that movie. I don't know why, but I just love it. And then he's gonna be like, "All right, whatever, we'll we'll watch it today."
But
But
because
it's good.
I once again like there's a lot of growth in life where I feel like I was just such a dick with things that I didn't realize. Like I know when it came to my ex-wife, like she would want to rewatch anime, she would rewatch film, and I'd be like, Netflix has just got like 20 new films, and you want to watch the same thing again. I'm gonna fall asleep, and you're gonna be pissed off, and you're gonna. But I never thought of it as that whole like it's soothing to someone to rewatch
Oh, I
something.
go to bed. I just say
That's
yes
it,
and
yeah,
say,
I
"Oh,"
just
I'm like, "Oh, you gotta watch that? Oh, cool." And
yeah,
they go to bed. She's like, "Why aren't you watching?" I was like, "I'm listening." I
yeah,
was like, "I saw it already. I know exactly what scene it is. Don't worry, I'm still here." Until
right.
I fall asleep.
That's definitely me is that, but I also do feel like that is super sweet. Like that, you got that dynamic enough to be like, because it used to cause arguments for me where I was like, I was really hoping that you would just pick something new so I would actually be spending my time more productively than
Well,
rewatching.
this is why
No,
I don't like to
Frank
rewatch it.
gets
That exact reason.
Yeah.
Frank gets
It's
mad at
anti-productive.
me.
Why would I watch a movie I've
Frank
seen
gets so
already?
mad.
There's no point unless it's like it's been a couple years. It's been
Yeah.
like 5 years. Haven't seen it. It's a good movie. I'll watch it again. But if I saw the movie within this year, there's zero shot I want to watch it again. I know exactly what happens, when it happens, and why it happens. I That's an hour and a half to 2 hours of my day. I can do something. I can do something else. I can do something
Yeah.
else.
Is there a movie for you that like you feel like you could watch over and over again within that year? Like just something that you really
Up
love?
and I recently got wifey into it. I'm a huge Beavis and Butthead fan. I think it's
Okay.
probably one of the best stupid comedy films that ever created, and I wish they would really do more before the voices are no longer with us, and that's just a
Hmm.
sad.
Oh,
Part of
don't
growing
That's
say
up, right?
life.
that.
That's life. That's life. I
Yeah.
mean, they're getting old. Beavis and Butthead's been around for what, 35, 40
Oh,
years,
Yeah,
still going. They're still
AI is
going
gonna.
strong. Yeah,
I
they could
mean,
probably do an AI thing, but it's not the same.
it's also that's so expensive to do, right? At the end of the day, when they could just pump out a bit more content before,
Yep.
the inevitable. But
Yep.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that feels like that because sometimes I feel like a dick just being like I could be watching something new, even if I don't like whatever's new, and I know that I like the film we were watching. I still get a little bit like, are we
No,
gonna watch
I
this again?
understand.
The only ones that like it's a catch-22 though as well because there are some films where I'm like I'm really in the mood to watch something like Fury or Saving Private Ryan or something. Like I've had it in my head like tonight I'm gonna go home and watch it because I've had it. But like, yeah, I kind of get that. But again, as people are saying, like it's a love language in itself, and Eternals is saying about it's the same with the hubby and that rewatching something, just falling asleep. But we have a. I don't want to say it's an important question, but I think wifey got a little bit excited when she seen it. It was a while ago, but Miss Blondie wants to know: is a hot dog considered a sandwich?
Oh yeah.
Discuss. I guess. 'Cause I got my answer. I got my answer.
Okay, so like a sandwich as it is meats, two pieces of breads. I think like lettuce. No, lettuce, tomato. I don't know. That's how I think of it.
So you
I
think
hate
of
this. This
some
question always
additional.
freaks me out. What happened?
So you think a sandwich has to have some extra things like so it's not just one thing. It's a variety. Is that how you see it?
I think so.
You don't have to be. Don't be nervous about your answer. Like, because I know she asked me this literally yesterday, and I already done my tests. I've done my scientific experiments. All right. No, a hot dog is its own entity to me. All right, but a sausage sandwich is different, right? Because
But
you putting
but
two pieces of bread.
so I think it's a hot dog as long as the bread doesn't separate.
Yep,
The second your bread separates,
it becomes a
now you
sandwich.
got a sandwich. Yeah, now you got a sandwich.
See, maybe we're just on the same
Oh,
wavelength,
I
here,
kind of like that answer.
right?
Okay, that I
Because
can agree with.
Because the sandwich is just stuff in between two pieces of bread. And you can have veggies, you can have meats, you can have cheeses. That's a sandwich. So hypothetically, a hot dog is always going to be a sandwich unless it's no longer in between two pieces of bread. It's wrapped around the two. But then I guess you can
right.
still go a hero. A hero is the same way. Sometimes they just slice the hero. And they don't actually do the whole way of the hero and then eat that. That's still a
Oh,
sandwich.
now Joker Dad's throwing in so Subway isn't a sandwich shop. Like, because
Oh
sometimes they don't
shoot.
always
Well,
look.
that's what I said. Yeah, the hero, because it doesn't actually slice the whole way.
Yeah,
I don't know. Then I
but
guess the
isn't
hot
that in
dog is a
itself?
sandwich.
Isn't that in itself its own thing? Because I know that like I got really into like gyros and like chicken shawarma and stuff when we were working with the Afghan immigrants and that. And I was like, this is definitely not a sandwich. I don't ask for like a chicken shawarma sandwich or a lamb sandwich. I ask for a gyro, right? Because like now we're getting into it, right? There's the taco. Does that make it a
Well,
sandwich?
a
That's a
taco is like and a tortilla. I think it's not. Is that considered a bread? I understand it's probably made very similar, but do we consider that bread?
Bread,
right.
Is that
like
considered
that's
bread?
corn. Isn't that
Because
corn?
like a wrap
Corn,
is.
Tortilla.
yeah.
I wouldn't call a wrap a sandwich.
See, so
I feel
like
like a wrap is a wrap. Like
that's
it's
why I
different
feel like
because uses a tortilla.
so I feel like say I went to Costco right now and I walked up and I was like, I'll take a sausage sandwich. They're gonna go, what the fuck are you on about? If I say a hot dog, they know what I want. So a hot dog is its own thing. All right, that's why I think like if it was like there was some debate
Well,
in
if you said
life,
a hot dog sandwich, I understand.
I think they would look at me like you didn't need to add the sandwich. That's like when someone
Yeah,
goes
well,
like,
yeah.
"Can you throw this paper in the waste paper basket bin?" And I'm like, "You could have just said the bin, mate. Like I would have known what you wanted. Like it was a little bit fluffed up. Like
I think
so,
basically no one eats a hot dog in any other way except with a bun and whatever. You can add some people the mustard, ketchup, whatever you want to put relish on your hot dog. But a hot dog is always in a hot dog bun unless you're in a rush, whatever. But you never you could have chicken in so many ways. You could have beef in so many ways. You can have all these stuff in so many ways. But a hot dog, I don't know. Maybe some people eat it otherwise, but it's only one way to eat a hot dog. That's kind of why I guess you separate it. But I think it's
Yeah.
still a sandwich.
No, see, I think you've just explained yourself and then you just gone back on yourself. Because to me, it's like you just said, it's a hot dog, you know?
Yeah, but it's still a
But
sandwich. Just the only way you eat it is in a
so
hot dog form with the buns.
but how about pricing? Like how about like pricing for a hot dog regular like six is like $4.99.
Oh, wife
But
is
a
doing the
regular like
research. I love this.
tortilla, yeah, oh shit, it's 4.49. I don't know.
Are you googling prices of hot dogs right now?
Right?
How do you know the price?
We're
Why do you
trying
know the
to.
price of a hot dog
I'm
memorized?
googling it. I'm googling it. I wanted to
We
see
don't
if
eat
there
hot
was.
dogs that often. It's only in the summer.
Well,
No.
that's just the thing. Yeah, if someone's grilling, I'll have hot dogs. But
Well, that's the only time I have it.
yeah,
Yeah.
everyone just calls them brats here. Like, I don't know, like, as in
Oh,
bratwurst, but
brats.
like, yeah, they call them brats, and I'm like, I don't know whether that's a certain regional thing that I've grown accustomed to with people doing that. But like, yeah, say I go somewhere like a baseball game, right? It's gonna say burgers, hot dogs, tacos, especially where I live, like things like that. But like, I'm not gonna walk up and be like, yeah, can I take the sausage sandwich? They're gonna be like, what the fuck is this British guy on about? Is that like normal? Like, do they call a hot dog a sausage sandwich? And then I'm gonna look dumb. If I say I want a hot dog, it's already there. It's the same thing.
Actually, I have a pretty funny hot dog story while on the topic,
Go
and
for it. Go for it.
Oh
so I
my
guess I
god.
guess like the
Um,
game is Am I the asshole? So we're gonna play Am I the asshole?
Okay.
So you guys tell me, Am I the asshole? And when I tell this story, keep in mind I was somewhat trying to help the guy. I had a coworker, and this is we go to the office, whatever. I'm probably like 23, 24 at the time. He's my age. He was a bit older, a bit younger, my age. We don't got like tons of money, whatever. We're just doing, just out of school, whatever. He brought to lunch, and I kid you not, he brought to lunch 4 hot dogs and a hero bun. He
Okay.
put his hot dogs in the microwave. I watched them do it because we got lunch together. We hung out all the time. Um, I watched him do it. I watched him take his hot dogs out of his. He put them in tinfoil. Took his
In
hot dogs
tin
out.
foil?
Put it on a plate. He put them on a plate. Just that. I don't know if they were cooked or uncooked, but either way, he microwaved his hot dogs. Took them out of the microwave. Put them on his hero bun. So he's got 4. So he goes 1, 2, 1, 2. A big hero, a big one.
Yeah.
Took that, brought it downstairs. I went downstairs with my lunch, and me and my other coach just sat there and we ate. And I was watching him eat it. No ketchup, no mustard, no mayonnaise, no relish, no nothing on his hot dog hero.
Just raw dog in
So
it.
we're making comments like, "Is that taste good? Like, is it good?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah, it's good." Are you sure it tastes good? Like, I, are you sure it tastes good? He's, yeah, it's really good. And I said to him, "Because do you want me to? Can I buy you lunch? Like, I feel like I really want to buy you lunch." He got up so fucking fast and stormed off. I was like, "Well, now you make me feel bad. I was just trying to help you because there's no way that tasted good." Am
Just
I the asshole for offering to buy him lunch? Did I maybe I might have smiled when I offered to buy him lunch because
you
I knew I knew it
I
wasn't
know
good
exactly the
lunch.
smile you're on about as well, where you're like, I'm trying to portray that I'm being nice, but at the same time, like, my intrusive
He's lying
thoughts.
to me. He's lying to me. There's no way that tastes good. That does
Yeah.
not taste good. A microwave hot dog and a hero bun does not taste good. There's way too much bread, and you microwave your hot dogs. There's zero shot, and you don't got ketchup or mustard or
This,
whatever to drown the taste. There's no way that tasted good. And oh, it was too funny. I apologized after I went up. I was like, "Yo, my bad." He was like, "Oh, don't worry about it." I was like, "Oh shit." I felt so bad.
so, I mean, wifey, what do you think on that first, before I give my opinion? Did that make him an
Oh my
asshole?
god. I've heard this story so many times, and every time I don't think you're an asshole. I think you were being really nice, but just
Well, I
knowing
was. I
Frank's,
mean, hypothetically, we were still poking fun at him for
yes, I
choosing to
know
bring
your
that to lunch. So
smile. Lit.
So,
I know.
so here's the thing. Could I think you could argue either way ultimately. That's the way I think about things. One, I don't think you're the asshole. I think you were doing a genuine, kind-hearted thing to be like, I can see that you're struggling because that like
It's got to be
it's
so
got to be
dry.
disgusting. Yeah, it's
Have you
got to
ever had a
be
microwave hot dog? It tastes awful. It doesn't
right.
taste
Who the
good. It
fuck
doesn't taste
microwave
good.
stuff like that anyway? All right. But like I think your intentions were good. Now, was the delivery the
That's the
part that
problem,
made you
probably.
an asshole to him? Because
Mhm.
maybe if you had been like, "Hey man, like I was gonna go get lunch. Do you want something?" You know, like kind of deflecting a little bit, but like, "Hey, I'm watching you struggle with this dry ass
Oh,
microwave
I mean,
fucking hot
he
dog."
he yeah, he ate it as you imagine. Each bite, he's just like trying to get it down. I'm like, oh, but I don't want to sit here and
Sustenance.
watch you eat this.
Yeah.
Like, I brought lunch. I'm not even buying lunch, but I want to buy you lunch because I can't stand to watch
Yeah.
you eat that hot dog.
Yeah, I think that's probably all it was in his head was like, you're judging the fuck out of me. This is all I had today. You know, like I thought this was a good idea. It was obviously a terrible idea, but I don't want to admit that this was a terrible idea.
Yeah, and that's probably why he took it
I'm
to heart.
embarrassed now. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
he probably got embarrassed,
yeah,
and I can see why he got embarrassed. And I mean, of course, when I made the comments like, "Is that good?" and he's like, "Yeah." I mean, other coworkers start snickering. They're like, "Oh," like obviously it's not
yeah.
good. It's a
That's got to
microwave
be
hot
it.
dog.
It's got to be situational. Like Eternals is saying in that. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, some people grow up with a certain thing, and that's like good to them. You know, like maybe he did grow up and be like, actually, I grew up with my parents making this for me, and I enjoy it as a comfort food. Maybe that's why he's embarrassed. But like, I don't think you're the asshole for it. I think it was his perception of how you took it. I
I
think
agree.
your intentions were right. All right, that's the hardest part. Is perception is reality. All right, like especially if there's people around you going like, "Oh shit," you know what I mean? Like you tell them like that looks
You know
disgusting.
how it happens when you're hanging out with a bunch of friends. So one person starts cracking jokes and they're going along with the
It just
joke, or
rips.
they're just enticing the joke, or just trying to poke at them just to get a reaction. You know how it works.
And Lee is right. That's a really good point as well. Some people are just too prideful to admit. I'm a stubborn person, but there's got to be a point where I go, I'm not gonna lie, this is disgusting. You know, like
Yeah,
I'll
like
run
I
through
would
it here.
gladly take your money for a free lunch, please and thank you.
Yeah. Um. Again, maybe it was his approach where he could have been like turned around and been like, "Well, if you're going to get lunch somewhere, I'll come with you. I don't want you to buy it, but like this is all I
We
had, and
had
like it was
and we had,
unexpected."
it was like a cafeteria in the office space. So we went down the
Yeah.
cafeteria and they had a kitchen where you can basically order. They had specials, whatever, for the day, but you can order basically anything you wanted right there. It was literally right there. And I was like, dude, I was just,
We
I
could
could
just
buy you
go
food,
right
man.
now.
Let me get you some food. Like, I don't know why you would eat that, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get you, and so I don't think there's anything that makes you that asshole per se, apart from his perception. I'll put it out there, like, because I feel like that's one of those memories that's gonna stick with you forever, and it
Oh, forever.
shouldn't. Like, it shouldn't, because it's just such a minor thing, but you'll always overthink it. Where you're just like, could I have done that differently? Was I wrong?
Well, if he never walked away like that and made it into a scene,
It
I
would
probably
have,
would have forgot it. If I bought him lunch, I wouldn't even remember it. It
yeah,
wouldn't even be a thing as whatever. It's that thing he just got up and walked away. We were like, wait, what the fuck? It's like,
yeah.
I was like, it's not that big of a deal, bro. You can eat whatever you want. We were just,
I'm
I
just
don't know, trying to
asking,
help.
like, the
Yeah, it's trying to help you, man. I
because
don't know.
because like for example, like I don't eat mayonnaise, and then everyone will be like, "Oh my god, is that sandwich like not dry as fuck?" And I'm like, I'm used to it, you know, like it's normal to me. Like if he had kind of like played it off a bit, just like like, no, I'm good with
Yeah, like he
this.
doesn't
Like
like it.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
like
just
he
like
doesn't like sauces.
yeah, or just something that gave you enough to be a bit like, all right, but then you start asking more questions because also, people's faces do not lie. Let's be real, right? How the fuck are you eating that microwaved hot dog and not being like, so good? Oh boy, you know,
We knew it wasn't good. We knew it wasn't good. And it's the hero. What threw me off was the hero that he brought in. If he brought in 4 hot dog buns, honestly, I don't think I would have batted an eye. I would have been like, whatever, man. This guy wants 4 hot dogs for lunch. so be it.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone get a full-on hero and stick 4 hot dogs in it and start munching away like it was nothing. I've never. That's the first time ever, and probably will ever see someone do that in my life. So I was caught astray. I was caught off guard.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be moments in life as well, like where you're just like, there's no way this person's doing this in front of everyone as well. Where you're like, this man has no shame. This man he's dedicated. You know what I mean, to the cause, making his
He's
hero bun.
he's hungry. He's had a hero roll at home. 4 hot dogs in the fridge. Grab the hot dogs. Grab the hero roll. I got lunch for the day. No problem.
Like Eternals earlier was saying, like, for example, like the budget hot dog is, you know, like folding the bread in half and putting it in instead of an actual hot dog bun and stuff. Like that would make sense to me. Where some people might be a bit like, oh, that seems a bit weird. Why not just make a sandwich? But like, hey, you grew up doing that, well, it just makes sense. But your story definitely is making it sound a little bit like he came in with the intent to make it that way as well, thinking that was a good idea. Uh, hey, each to their own. And Obscure's asking, have you ever made a peanut butter jelly hot dog using banana as the middle piece? So like a
Never
sweet hot
even
dog?
thought of that as a thing, but that sounds delicious.
I mean, I
I'm
don't
not
like
gonna lie,
peanut
that
butter.
sounds pretty
Oh
good.
my god.
Oh, you don't like peanut
I
butter?
feel
No. I didn't grow up with it. Like America is obsessed with peanut butter. Like back
It's
home.
pretty,
Yes.
pretty. It's pretty good, Hannah.
I
It's
love
pretty good.
peanut
Hey,
butter.
don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying, like, you guys, like, for me, I actually had this conversation with someone the other day. Like, if I like trying new things, right? So I'll go into a store and if I see like a different type of candy or chocolate bar, I'm like, ooh, I'll give it a go. And then I pick it up and it's like, this has got like so much peanut butter in it, and I'm like, God damn it! Like, and then I'll go down the line and everything's got peanut butter. I'm not hating on it. It's just not for me. All right. So, um, that's why like I understand like in my head I can see what Obscure has made, and I'm like that does look good, but I know I would bite into it and just be like, I just remember I hate peanut butter.
That's fair. I
So
mean,
you don't like Reese's?
I'm not a Reese's person, and I know. I'm sorry. Everyone in America just did a sigh. All right, of like, how can you not love America's favorite? All right, I'm
I mean,
unfollowing, but
what's not the low? But I don't know. To each their
I
own.
just
I
I
mean,
just
you don't
don't get
like
it because
peanut.
I don't even like eating peanuts by themselves. All right, like I
So
just
like no M&Ms, like M&Ms with peanuts in it.
no. So one of those things was that everyone's hating on me. They're leaving. They're unfollowing. I get it.
Oh my god.
It's all right. My numbers just dropped to 1,214 to 214. But like, um, so the great thing about me not liking peanut butter though was that so in basic and AIT, right, you get your MREs, and the golden thing in there is peanut butter or peanut butter M&Ms. Now, I've traded a whole MRE for just one pack of M&Ms. So like because I didn't like it, I benefit, right? Because I'd be like, I will trade this for your whole meal, and they're like done. Because you're so deprived of candy and shit. People are like, yes, give me the peanut M&M. So I would get like a whole ass meal out of it, and I'd be chilling. And everyone's like
Wow,
fighting over peanut butter, and I'm just like,
crazy.
I'm good. Like I'm chilling.
That's
Like
funny.
so it worked out my favorite times, and then I've obviously just lost 1,000 people from the channel.
Oh my god.
Heavy hustle was followed Q911. That's crazy. I came back. You
Oh
know,
my god.
but um, so obscure. Do I take it personal when someone says these nuts? No, because apparently America loves nuts. So all right, I'm good.
There you go.
Hey yo. Um, but
Especially the women. No, I'm
yeah,
kidding.
especially hey, it's 2025. You can love nuts, whoever
Oh
you
yeah.
are. Alright?
Whoever you
Yeah,
are, you can
whoever
love
you are,
nuts.
if you love
It's
nuts, you love
America.
nuts. But apparently that sparked some hate there, you know. But saying that, like, is there any go-to things that you guys like? So obviously Reese's Pieces apparently is a fan favorite for you guys. Is there anything that you're just like, all right, like desert island type thing that you would take as a comfort food? or snack?
Oh my god. Chicken parm for Frank.
Chicken palm.
Yeah,
Okay.
chicken cutlets is my main source of food in source. Chicken cutlets and grilled chicken and whatnot. That's basically all I eat for the most part. Throw some broccoli. There's nothing, just plain broccoli, green beans, whatever for your greens, and get any carb, rice, noodles, whatever works. And wifey's just like, you want to change it up? I was like, nope. I'll take chicken, broccoli, one vegetable, green beans, whatever you want, and give me some rice or pasta. Every single asparagus is good. Asparagus is good. I like asparagus.
Asparagus is pretty good with some garlic on it. What about you, wifey?
I do really love chicken. I think like mostly for both of us we like chicken. I'm trying to think of like one of my favorite foods. I do love chicken parm too. I like the sauce. Um, hmm, I don't know. There is like this like I love sushi. If we're on like a
Sushi?
desert island, I don't know what
That
we're
would
gonna
probably
do
be
Yeah,
a
what?
because
really
I
bad
need
idea, raw
sushi.
fish on a
Oh
I
yeah.
desert
know.
island. But yeah,
I mean, like it's fine. It's graded A. It's okay.
it's great
Yeah,
today.
we have no fridge.
We got no fridge, it's just raw fish. But that's
Yeah,
fair because
we're big sushi fans for sure.
so I know, like for me, I would be leaning more towards Frank's side with saying like chicken fajitas would sustain me for life. That's got everything I need, right? It's got chicken, it's got some vegetables, it's got carbs. I'm good, and everyone's like, "That's so boring," and I'm like, "No, I'm good." Like, but sushi, I am not a seafood person. I really do not like seafood.
Not at all. Well, I mean, like
It
I'm not a
it
huge
doesn't
seafood
really taste
either.
like seafood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not a huge
have you
seafood
tried it?
either.
yeah. So
I mean,
that's the thing that I will always say is like, not to sound sassy, but I'll try anything once. All right, like
yeah.
that's just like my thing of like, all right, if say for example a date they love sushi, we'll go to the sushi restaurant, and then I'll be like, all right, I will have something of my own to fall back on, and then I'll try something new. But I just can't get into it. I just can't see the appeal myself. I just still feel like I'm eating raw fish or crab, or it just doesn't work for me.
Yeah, I feel like it's less fishy tasting than say if you ate like a baked salmon or whatnot.
Yeah.
Or but I don't know. I guess to each their own. To each their own. Huge sushi fan. I think it tastes good. I think uh, I'm a fan.
Do you like
I'm a fan.
spicy stuffs, K9?
Yeah, so well, I like spicy stuff as long as it's got flavor. I'm not one of those people that will just eat spice to make my face melt and be like, "Oh my god, I'm so good at eating spice." No, I'll cry and my nose will run like, if it's too spicy. But like, I do enjoy spice to the point where it's like, okay, as long as it's got flavor and it's
Yeah.
enjoyable. Is there a certain sushi you recommend that is spicy, or was that just a
I
question
don't.
in
We
general?
usually get like I really like the sushi pizza doesn't have any jalapenos on top. What's like something we have that's
It's
like
the
Red Dragon?
spicy tuna is tuna is my go-to for
Oh, the
sushi.
spicy tuna. Yeah, the
Spicy
spicy
tuna.
tuna.
Okay. I'm just gonna quickly go through some of these questions as well before I forget, because otherwise chat will tell me off. Nicole highlighted that Wentz asked you, what's your favorite ice creams? Oh,
Oh,
wifey's
it,
excited.
favorite ice cream? I
I
don't think
love
I
ice
have
cream.
a favorite. I mean, ice cream is pretty bomb no matter what you have. I mean, I feel like if I had to go one ice cream, I can only have one more ice cream the rest of my life. I think I might go strawberry ice cream.
Strawberry.
But I don't know. Cookies and creams is another very good ice cream.
You like
Not
mint too.
not a huge chocolate ice cream person. It's delicious, but there's
You
so
don't
many
have
other
some more of
ways I
them.
get chocolate intake. When I have my ice cream, I don't want to get chocolate because that chocolate flavor is all the time. You get candy somewhere or chocolate milk or whatever chocolate you're getting. Is just chocolate's always an additional flavor that you often have. When I have ice cream, I try to get a flavor I don't
Some,
often have. So cookies and
especially because you're
cream
paying
or
for it as
strawberry.
well. Like, they're not going to be a regular supermarket price. It's going to be bougie. You know what I mean? Where you're like, damn, I might as well go out of my left field here and get something extra. Wifey, what about you?
I don't know. I think I'm the opposite. I love chocolate. I love chocolate like a lot and Reese's Pieces. So I'll like it's so hard. I love ice cream. Like we always have to have ice cream in the house because if not, then I'm gonna be sad. And then it'll be like during
Me.
Frank's stream, I'll go up to him and I'll be like, I really want ice cream.
Let
And
me
he's
put that
like,
on my
just go to the
dating
gas
things.
station. Like that's right down the block. But I just don't want to leave the house. So
Always have ice cream on hand. Makes girls
yes.
sad. If not, all right, done.
Yay! I love ice cream.
Yeah, my wife be saying, "You see some fruit snacks, Red Bull, and an ice cream," and it's
That is the
instantly happy.
breakfast of champions
Oh
right
my
there. If
god.
ever I heard it,
No.
Not
Have
so much breakfast, but it works. It works.
it
It's all of
works.
a sudden the dopamine you get. I mean, you eat things you love. It gives you some dopamine.
Frank does it when I'm like so angry. There was this one time I was so mad at him because he did something I forgot, but we were on the way home and he's like, "We're gonna go to Cold Stone. We're gonna go get you ice cream."
Cold Stone is a good choice. I'm not gonna lie.
I love Cold Stone. It's such I feel like their ice cream is different. Like I don't know, maybe it's the Cold Stone, but like I don't know. I think their ice cream's a little is really good.
So the next one then I'll quickly I was gonna say like I think banana ice cream is top tier for me. I love the fake banana taste, even though technically that's the real banana taste and we genetically modified bananas. But that's a whole other thing. Or coffee. I love coffee ice cream. That's mine. But Heavy says it's scenario time. It's Friday night, 3 a.m. You're at Taco Bell's drive-through. What do you order?
Oh my god, I have a story of Frank. I think it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. Frank looks at me and he's like wrapping presents. It was near like Christmas. Do you remember this, Frank? And you're like, I want Taco Bell. And I'm like, are you kidding? It's 1 o'clock in the morning. But I brought you Taco Bell. Frank
I
has
think it was
only.
post stream type thing. I ended
Oh, is
streaming
that
and
what it was?
I was just craving some Taco Bell for some odd reason. And yeah, then I wrapped some gifts while you went to get the Taco Bell.
It was so cute. But Franco, like we always get like chicken quesadillas. That's all we get. And I feel like that's all.
There's
I
nothing
think
wrong
that's
with the
our
chicken
only order.
quesadilla. The chicken quesadilla is good. I mean, I will fuck up some Taco Bell. I normally buy like the steak grilled cheese burrito and enchilada, the cantina burrito wrap, the crunch wrap. I will literally like make my money's worth with Taco Bell. I'm like, if I'm gonna eat this, I'm gonna eat well, you know. So I'm. Some of the people in chat have been with me in real life and seen me and been like, "What the fuck?" Like, cause I'm just like, I'll take 3 of those. I'll take 2 of those. You know.
Oh my god, you
And
ordered that many things?
yeah, I just feel like if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it till I want to puke. Like I love Taco Bell. But I
Oh
was
my
gonna
god,
say
I
as
love
well.
that.
I actually remember it was the night that Frank modded me because he was drunk on a train at the time. And I remember this, right, was like, because he was just like, fuck it, I'm going to mod you. And I was like, what? Like, and he was like, no, it's happening. Blah, blah, in chat. He'd been out with the boys. Uh, and then, yeah, because Wifey was on stream doing a takeover. And then all Frank was doing in chat was like, when you pick me up, can we go to Taco Bell? And you were like, yes, Frank, we'll go to Taco Bell. And then, like, chat would go on. And then he'd like like wifey, can we get Taco Bell? I really you're like you're being really sweet, like you're streaming, but you're also being like, yes, Frank, we're gonna get Taco Bell, whatever you want. And then like again later, like I'm really thinking we should get Taco Bell when you come pick me up. And I was dying, you know, because I was like, I've been there where it's just like I need you to know we're going to Taco Bell, right? And then you ended stream with literally being like, okay, Frank really wants Taco Bell. He's now texting me to go get Taco Bell. It's not just in stream. And I thought that was like the sweetest thing in the world. Like, because you were like, I gotta go. You know, he needs his Taco Bell. So I hope you got it that night. You know,
I
Yes,
believe
he
we
did
did.
get it.
Yeah,
I
I believe we
Yes.
believe we
did.
That
did.
was the first thing when I picked him up and his drunk ass. He's so cute.
I feel that was super super sweet. Um, Again, I'm trying to catch up with chat as well. If anyone's got any questions, please put them in. Because Miss Blondie said that Wentz asked Frank, I guess it's actually both open to both of you. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
No, that's disgusting.
Thank you. Wifey?
No, I would never
It's
eat that.
disgusting. It's
All
not
right.
good. I've
But
had it.
I
It's not
hate
good. It
when
tastes like shit.
Frank, you don't yuck someone else's yum.
I'm yucking this yum.
Yeah,
It
we're
tastes
yucking that
disgusting.
yum
It doesn't go
100%.
together. It's disgusting. It
It's
doesn't belong on pizza. It doesn't. You could put it. You could put anything you want on pizza. You could put anything you want. I can go take a shit and put it on my pizza. Doesn't mean I should go do that.
Do
Okay?
it.
Don't
But someone else might like that. And
shit on pizza. I mean, yeah, don't yuck someone's yum. That's fine.
The shit pizza.
it's
All
okay
right.
for shit, but not pineapple.
No, like so. I know who originally brought up this point. That's a Miss Blondie fucking thing. All right,
It's
we used to
not good.
argue
It's
about the.
not good. It's not good. Why would you want that? And also, when you heat it up, the texture is
Oh god,
weird.
I feel
It's,
it. I feel like I get that like horrible texture feel. Yeah.
pineapple should be eaten
Oh, we
as
upset.
pineapple gets eaten. And you don't
After
eat.
eat
Yeah,
it after the pizza, like as
yeah,
like a.
sure. You want your sweet? Go ahead. Have it after you're done as your snack. As dessert. Pineapple is wonderful.
Because all I know is like, for example, Miss Blondie. I actually said this to her yesterday. We played some Dead by Daylight and Doctor Dives thing, and Miss Blondie is the type that you might as well wrap the pineapple with the dough, the cheese, and the thing. Like she loves that much pineapple on her pizza. I'm like, that is
That
disgusting.
much?
She loves pineapple on pizza. Like, I no, it doesn't, Sky. No, it doesn't. You're out
Zahavi
of
loves it
here.
too.
Get
Zahavi
out.
likes it with mayo.
Like,
You
yeah.
like pineapple pizza with mayo?
No, just unfollowed K9 again. Again.
Zahavi!
Like, it just, they have no culture. It's not about culture, right?
So I'm from New York. All we do is eat pizza here. You think
Yeah.
I don't know what pizza tastes like?
The
Pineapple
Italians,
doesn't go on pizza.
All
It
the
right,
doesn't go on
Italians
Tony,
pizza.
didn't even know what a
relax,
fucking
Tony. You gotta
pineapple
relax.
was when they made pizza. It's not
It's-
meant for
it-
it, you know?
I'm from New York. Why are you talking?
When people
New
list the best
York.
places that have pizza in New York, it's got to
Yeah.
be top 3. So it's New York pizza's a thing.
We're
It's
known
good.
for a coffee, a hot dogs, a pizza. Right? Like, it's like,
Tony Bagan.
Tony McGann of Mayhem News, alright?
The best pizza.
Oh, we love it. We love it. So again, there's some debate about mayo and stuff. Buyer asked taco pizza, yay or nay? I love how this has just become a food interview. Um, but
I never had it before, so I can't really say it. But
I
I
want
mean,
to make it one day.
it's not really pizza anymore. Like, I mean, I understand it's pizza because it's on a pie that I guess you can get from a pizzeria, but I feel like it's not really pizza anymore. Once I don't know. That's my opinion. It might taste delicious. I imagine it probably tastes pretty good. I don't see why it wouldn't. Get beef on your pie and add all your ingredients on top of that. I imagine it's probably pretty good.
yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I think honestly, the only time I've ever seen taco pizza is at Taco Bell, like where it's like they call it Mexican
I've
pizza
seen
or
it.
something.
I've
but-
seen the specialty. A lot of places have the specialty pie or slices for taco pizza. I never actually got it myself, but I've seen it. It does. If you, I guess, in the mood for beef or whatever taco meat, it's probably good. Probably good.
Alright, I also see Nicole put up a poll for
A
the does
poll.
pineapple go on pizza. It's pretty evenly split right now. If you wanna vote on that, but I know myself. Yeah, it's not a thing. All right. Oh, have you ever cooked a frozen pizza and cut one big triangle piece for yourself and left the side pieces for wifey? That's so specific, Heavy. Did you do that? Did you do
Like, what is that?
before?
Like, how does that work? Like, I'm taking the insides
Yeah,
and
like you
leave the
took all
crust.
the middle and then you just left the outside.
It's like when
So
my sisters used to do that with the brownies. My mom would
Oh.
make brownies, and they would go in there quick and get the inside pieces, and then leave all the edges. And then my ass would come up playing video games Oh, brownies. Great. All edges. Wonderful. I
All
guess I'm
edges.
having an edge.
I didn't know what's wrong with the edges. I'm okay
I
with
think
the
it's
edge.
good. Oh, it still
Yeah,
tastes good. I like
yeah,
the crunch.
yeah.
But like, there's nothing. The
It's not
inside's
the
more gooey
gooey.
than that.
Yeah,
The inside's more gooey than the edge. Not that the edge is not. It's still delicious. I actually.
yeah.
I don't know. If I'm getting one piece, I don't know. I guess it's 50-50 which one I grab. But it's still nice to get the inside gooiness of the brownie. That's. I mean, it is. It's different. It's different.
Is that the sort of thing that now, as adults, like they would still do to you? Is it like a
Uh,
habit that you think
yeah.
if Mama Frank
Uh,
made some brownies
yeah.
and then it was like there's brownies in the kitchen, they'd rush in there
Yeah.
and be like, no.
Yeah, and when we were younger, we could eat like four brownie pieces and think nothing of it. Now, I imagine they probably have one each, and there'll still be enough insides for me if I wanted to get them.
Okay, so
Back in the day, when you're young, brownies, right? You can, I mean, you eat so much more. I guess now it's like your brain telling you, I probably shouldn't eat half of this thing of
half a
brownie.
tray
It's
of
like,
brownies.
yeah, you
Maybe
take the
you've
one
grown up.
and
I
you
have not.
stop. Yeah.
I will again. Like I have such a sweet tooth that I know that like if there's that tray of brownies, I'll fuck it up. I'll be like, I don't care the consequences, even if I have to like run it off or work it off. I'm like, dude, I love brownies. So I guess that works in our favor though, because if your siblings are thinking that mentality of like I shouldn't do it, that leaves more for me. I'm just like, okay, you do you, boo, but I'm gonna fuck up a tray of brownies. Um, chat has spoken. Pineapple does not belong on pizza. It's verified here now today. The gavel has come down on that
It's
court
the right
ruling.
choice.
It's the
Right
right
choice.
Oh
choice.
my god.
All right. Um, Sky is asking another question that is the ocean soup? You could ask them
No.
anything, guys, and you're asking
No,
them
I'm
if
not.
they.
I'm not entertaining that question.
Frank is putting his foot down. He
He's
says this is
I
not.
was told before this stream started I can refuse to answer any question, and that's the one I'm not answering it.
That is
No, it's
perfectly
not
fine.
soup. I don't
I'm not
even
answering
I
it.
don't
You can't.
that
It's a losing
concept.
argument, wifey. It's a losing argument.
It's a
It's wait.
losing-
They're
How
gonna
is
come
that
back.
a
You can't.
concept? How is that a concept?
It's
Well,
just,
you have to. If you try to define soup, the ocean is always gonna fit in your definition of soup. It's. I'm not answering it.
but it's not. Yeah, it's one of those things
But it
that.
has no noodles. There's no noodles.
Don't
Well,
need
there you go.
noodles in soup.
There you go. No, no, I'm going with that logic, so
What's
we
the
can put that
definition
one
of
to
soup
bed.
then?
The soup does not have noodles, so we can call it soup.
You got like tomato soup, whatever. You got all the broths are still soup. They don't got noodles.
Oxtail, the
Yeah,
big
there's
one,
tons of them.
French onion. I don't know, like, but I'm
Oh shit, you guys are right.
see, like
It says
pozole is different
boiling.
in
It says
itself.
definition says boiling meat, fish, or vegetables in stock of water. That's the definition
Yeah,
of a
but
soup.
you have cold soup. Couldn't you make soup without boiling it? And I don't make
No,
soup. How do you make tomato
Yeah,
soup?
wait, hold up. Now I'm
Do
you
you
have
have to
to
heat up?
confused.
boil tomato soup and then you could
Do you
serve it
have to
cold.
boil soup?
Yes. How do
Well,
you
there's your
think?
answer.
Also,
There's
they're
areas
not.
of the ocean that's boiling.
See, but oh my god,
I don't think that.
I think like in the grand scheme of things, those three areas that the ocean is boiling because of volcanic activity does not
Yeah.
count for the whole ocean, all right? But all right. I mean, if any of you have got some questions that like this, please do. But if you got questions that like pertain to Frank and Wifey or their opinion on things, please let us know. All right, but I was gonna say as well, like, because we're starting to like get into the final hour of things here as well. Is there anything like you guys have any current like opinions on, or anything you want to share? Whether that's like the gaming world, whether that's things going on that often like streaming life and stuff means that like you don't get to talk about because it's so fast paced and stuff. Oh, I knew this question was going to come up, but you don't have to
I
answer that. You don't have to answer.
I've had the same answer for 2 years. I don't know why I gotta say the same answer 3 times. I mean, I might be still in school. She's preoccupied with things. I think we'll take that part of our life when we have the time to take that part of the life. I don't see the rush. Um, I don't see the need personally. I think um, it's just to do it, just to do it. I'll do it when we're ready for that part of our life. Why put the force down on it when there's no force needed? Whatever. I mean, maybe you guys have a different attitude to it. That's my attitude, and wifey knows. So
I mean that's a good thing
Okay.
to talk about though, as like, um, do you like feel like you always have to have these titles to things? Because like I know
obviously
from
not. Obviously
yeah
not for us, because like it. I mean, and some of it is literally just a title, just to say you are married. End of the day, it's just a
yeah
legal thing. End of the
yeah,
day, What
and
what
the
what
tax
makes
breaks
me and
happen.
wife be different than us legally being married? I can go to the courthouse tomorrow and get ourselves married. It doesn't change our relationship in any way, other than now, God forbid something happens, now we got a legal issue going on. Nothing
Yeah,
changes. It's the same. It's just same. You're still living the same life. So I feel like when that section of life is going to be, which it will be, and wifey's done in school, like she said, in a year. She'll finish school, she'll get a job. I mean, we'll get herself a house somewhere, and then we'll start, living a life, do the family thing and whatnot. But it's just now's not the time. Now's not the time.
which I mean I personally think is a great way to think of it, right? Like at the end of the day, as long as you know you're each other's and there's no, pressure for that type of thing. Also, I feel like there's a lot of pressure to, make it perfect or anything when these things come along, right? Like, I know I stressed out for fucking months trying to think about how to propose. And then on the day, everything was going fucking wrong. And I was just like, this is so much stress. So much so that I was yelling at my ex missus, like, we're gonna see the fucking penguins at the zoo. Because I said we're gonna see the fucking penguins. She was like, I'm tired, I want to go home. And I was like, I'm dragging your ass to the penguins just for the only person to be there was the person cleaning shit out of the penguins enclosure, and they clapped from behind the glass, and I was like, right, we fucking did it, Like it was like there's so much pressure for those things, and then on top
No.
of that, then as soon as you do the proposal thing, you get 10 million questions. Well, when's the wedding? And like you said, like there's other priorities in life, right? Like, hey, well, we're saving up to do this, or we want to keep it small, or we want to get, like it depends, because then there's a lot more pressure for you guys to think of like it's a catch-22, because as you've got people being like, when are you proposing? As soon as you propose, the next question is, when you get married? As soon as you get
Yeah,
married, the next question is, when are you having
kids.
kids? And you're
Yeah,
like,
it
what?
doesn't
Like,
end.
it
It
doesn't
doesn't end.
end.
Yeah, it doesn't end. There's always something next to you people want you to do, and I mean, I'm not trying to rush myself in life. You only get one go at it. So
I
when I'm
mean,
ready for that part of my life,
I'm an
I'll do that.
example of you do you get others, but like, I'm just saying, hopefully it's a one and done
Uh,
for you guys, because like as everyone sees in chat and that, like we think you're meant for each other,
well, I didn't mean it
100%.
like that. I meant
Yeah,
like just taking my life slow,
yeah.
because you only live once. So I'm only 31 1 year, and that's it. You'll never be 31 again. Type of attitude. So when my life comes to the point where I'm ready for that stage, I mean, maybe life would be different if I wasn't with wifey and she's still in school and whatnot. Who knows? Maybe it'd be a completely different story. But as I see it now, I'm in no rush. I also dated younger on purpose,
Yeah.
so because I knew when I started, like, finish school, single, I was like, well, if I date someone my age, I'm now probably gonna have to get married in 2 years, 3 years, and then they want kids in 4 or 5 years, and I'm like, well, I don't want any of that yet. I want to do what I want to do. I want to, like, now I found the streaming thing. And kudos to the people out there who got the kiddos
I
and
don't
they
know how
do the
people do
streaming
that.
thing and they work the 9 to 5. I don't know how the fuck you do it. I don't have the time and I don't got kiddos running around. So kudos to you guys. But I'd rather live this portion of my life the way I'm living it now. And then when I get older, I mean, you change, your attitudes changes, your priorities change, and that's when I'm gonna start settling down, do all that stuff and whatnot, and it'll be good. It'll be a good change. I'm excited to see when that life, comes to fruition. We got a house, a nice stream room. We'll get a baby cam going and whatnot.
Oh
It'll
God,
be
stop!
some
You're gonna
cute
make me
stuff.
cry. Like it's all goals.
That's so
It'll,
That's all
it'll be
goals,
sweet.
but it is
it'll
like,
be some cute stuff.
yeah, and I think that's the biggest part of all of this, is that you guys are on the same wavelength with all of this. Like there may be those little fluctuations where you guys may be like, I'm a little bit more ready than the other for this or that, but like, as long as you guys are like there with each other and being like, no pressure, no like, hey, I understand. Like, I can only imagine what you're going through, wifey, with nursing school. Like,
No, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine planning a wedding
right?
while I'm in nursing school. Like and I know like Frank's grandmas and like his family and my family, they're like, where's the ring, this and that. And I completely agree with Frank. I think that I mean I started dating older because I wanted a mature man. Frank is mature. but he,
I don't know who the fuck you're talking
he's
about. It ain't me.
also
You're more mature
but
than me.
he's
You do like
also
Excel
yeah,
spreadsheets for a living. I can do that
That,
shit. I
that
just
that
shoot
makes
people.
that makes you mature. I don't think it makes you mature.
no, but I like someone who's like can play with me. Oh my god, who just play
Oh,
full with me and like just like is able to like enjoy life with me
yeah.
also. So it is nice that like Frank and I have like that childish like I can't imagine like someone who's serious. Like I like watching cartoons still. Like I like when Frank and I go to the zoo. Like I cry seeing a red panda. Like who would do that for
I
me at
cry
like
seeing a red panda.
31?
Hello.
I'm
Like,
like every
Do you actually cry? Wifey
no, I don't.
actually cries.
I
I mean, I might,
actually
I
No,
might get
she's
emotional because I'm just like, dude, I'm an overthinker, and I'm like, man, like, it's so sad that this species is endangered, and like, I love animals, I
oh my
do
god,
it.
stop! You make
So,
me cry.
yeah,
I
but
like,
cannot
like,
with red pandas.
and I'm just like, man, it's such a beautiful little creature, and it's just wanting to live its life, and I do a
I
whole thing, yeah, but I don't
I,
necessarily.
I'm a huge zoo supporter myself. I know they got a very bad rep,
No,
but a
I
lot of
think
these
zoos are good.
animals are recovery animals that they've gotten and that can't live out in the wild anymore, and they're getting a second life in the zoo. They're not like going out there in
Just
Africa somewhere
kidnapping
and
them, yeah,
kidnapping a
like,
fucking lion and bringing it back to the Bronx Zoo in New York. That's not how it works.
no, it's
I
not
mean,
how it
yeah,
works.
I understand. Like naturally, they should be on the wild, and they don't get to live the same life that they would. And I get that. And it's
Yeah,
sad. And there's plenty of times you go there and the animal doesn't look happy. It looks
yeah.
kind of miserable. And yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, you stay in a secluded area, you'll be miserable too. But like they can't put them back in the wild, and
Yeah, they're
it's
not going to
just
survive. So it's like their best. It's like the lesser of two evils,
yeah.
Like
But they
at least
they,
this
they
animal gets
also
to
yeah
live.
they eat
they
like
get well
kings
fed.
and queens
Yeah,
out
like they get.
there. They
Yeah,
gave
they
the
get very
best
well
medical
fed.
attention. They got a
Yeah,
boo boo. They got every someone monitoring to them. I mean, it's not all bad. It's
yeah.
got a bad rep, but I'm a huge zoo supporter myself.
I think everything in balance. Like you could say some people are exploiting that animal for money, but others are like, well, if you look deeper, this is a conservation effort or something, or like,
A
you
lot
know,
a lot of the animals are extinct now in these zoos, so the only
yeah.
way
So
this
So
animal stays
sad.
alive is for them keeping him alive and having him breed and try to keep the population on this planet. And without the
yeah,
zoo, there is nothing. And guys, it's expensive to keep all these animals. Got to pay
right.
for the
That's why it's
property
expensive.
value.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
they need money. They
yeah.
need money. Sure, they're making money. Of course, they're making money. Welcome to
The
the
world.
world.
You have to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone's making money, no matter what you are. Even these non-for-profit companies, guess what they're doing? They're
They
making
have
fucking
to.
money.
They have to pay
They'll
their
throw
wages. They
non-for-profit
have
on
to.
there, but they're still making money.
Yeah.
They got to make a paycheck.
Exactly. And I mean, like I always had this discussion with people like Miss Blondie and stuff. Like that's why like I prefer the zoo. Like aquariums, like I feel like there's fucking millions of fish in the sea and the sea. But like I feel like with a zoo, I'm just like there's only a limited amount of these animals. Okay, you can have these endangered species or whatever in an aquarium, but like the only thing I agreed to like being different about going to an aquarium was recently with Nicole. Is I said like when I leave the army, I'd be down to do edibles and go to an aquarium because I've never had that experience. Like, but apparently it's fucking dope. So I'm like, I
Oh
would,
my god, Frank, we should do that.
right?
Well, I mean, I'm always high when we go to the
I know
aquarium,
you're
so
always
Always
high. I
high.
know. I
like,
Like,
just need to
before
be
we
at
walk in,
nursing
I have my
school.
weeping. I
I
mean, like
mean,
three or
at
four
a
times
nursing
before we get in
school.
there.
yeah, like I would like I prefer zoos personally. I do like the zoo. Like I
Us
definitely
too.
grew up in the whole Steve Irwin generation, David Attenborough and stuff. Like animals are like a big part of my life, as everyone knows. But like zoos, even I just think are a really fucking cute date. Like like let's go enjoy some animals. Let's go have a day. You're paying a lot for it, but it's its own thing, where you're just like, all right, like like you said, you kind of expect to go to a movie to cry. You go to the zoo to expect to pay money. That's like,
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
the zoo's actually not that expensive when you're comparing to other things you could do. I mean, if you go to a five-star restaurant, you're spending more than you would at a zoo. If you're
Oh
going
my
to a
god, yeah.
concert, you're spending more than you would at a zoo. If you're going to a sporting event, you're spending more than you would at a zoo. I mean, fuck it. We went to the movies. I only go on Tuesdays. I got gift cards to go to. It was a Regal, wifey, Regal Theaters.
AMC.
AMC charges $18 for one fucking ticket. $18.
$18.
You gotta get two. That's $40 just to see a movie. That's almost more expensive than the zoo. Like it's freaking nuts.
Yeah, that's just it. Like, and especially because you're gonna watch like a 2 hour, 3 hour movie compared to you could spend the whole day at the zoo.
Yeah,
You're
and it's
getting a
exercising
Totally.
too. You're outside and getting fresh air and whatnot.
Oh, okay. We got. I know that this question did come up. I was trying to scroll back up to it, but thank you for re-highlighting it. It says, for you two, what is one place in the world you two would like to visit?
I want to go to Amsterdam before I'm too old to really
Amsterdam.
enjoy Amsterdam. You can go anytime, but I would like to go while I'm still able to, party the way I like to party. I mean, I probably drink too much, and I probably shouldn't drink that much, but I like to drink. I
I
enjoy it. I like to
mean,
smoke, but age catches up to you, and I guarantee you, in 10 years from now, I'm not going to be drinking probably as much as I am now. So I'd like to really be able to go and enjoy Amsterdam. In 10 years, the hangover I'm going to have in 10 years, I can't imagine
oh my
what the hell
god.
that's going to be like because they're already sometimes so nasty now. So I can't imagine in 10 years. I go to Amsterdam, I'll be able to hang out one night and I'll be like, well, I'm shot. I ain't doing nothing the rest of this day. I feel like shit. So I like to go, hopefully sometime soon. That's kind of my, would like to visit.
What about you, wifey?
Um, I don't know. I feel like uh, I wanted to always like visit um Japan, but I don't know. I feel like Japan I'd only go for like the sushi, and that's like not fair to just travel all the way there to just get sushi. So I don't think
People
like
do.
I was gonna say,
no, I
or
don't think
you'll find things along the way that you enjoy. You go there with a specific goal in mind, and then you're gonna create a journey with it. Because I was gonna say, even the Amsterdam thing, like people don't realize how small Europe is. Like you could go to Amsterdam for a couple of days, enjoy it, and then you could be in like 6 different countries within 2 weeks. Like just traveling around and it's super cheap or whatever. Like I think that's always a good thing if you're going to spend the money to go that way, like to experience a lot more than you get. Whereas like I know right now, like I even looked up like how much it would be to go to Japan and stuff, and I'm like, damn, it's expensive. like, and then you're there for that singular purpose. But Amsterdam is a good one. I never went myself. There was a lot of people that did the whole lads holiday, and you'd go there, just get fucked up. But like at the time, like,
I.
oh, wifey, go for it.
Are you sure? You go.
Yeah,
You go.
no, please. I love hearing your guys' opinion.
I was just gonna say I saw like a video. I watched this YouTuber and she travels around the world and Amsterdam, their nightlife is absolutely like incredible. Like they have like I was telling Frank this is probably like a lot of information, but I was telling Frank they have like shows where like anyway, they have shows that like they actually like show like sex
Oh yeah, they
and
do.
Hey,
Yeah.
I was like, Frank, we could because I'm just like curious. Like they like literally like and there's like half naked like girl like I pictured like Las Vegas being like that, but like I heard it's
I,
even like
No, Vegas.
more
Yeah,
provocative than Vegas.
yeah. Like I can say that like the European mindset to everything, including like sex and stuff, is like completely different to America. So like I remember when I was like 18, 19, there was like a dating show that was called like Naked and something, and it would never show their face; it just showed their body. So it started off at their feet, and like they were like behind a screen, and people were like, "Well, I kind of like the look of this person, whatever." And then they would go up and up, and then you just see everything, like literally everything on TV. the people are being judged for being naked, just like like this, and then eventually it would show their face, and like they were answering questions, and then yeah, as they went and stuff, and it was a whole different vibe. Like I'm not gonna lie,
Like they're not like it's like shown as like expression. Like I don't even know how to like describe it. Like they like I just
it
it's
just
so
seems like
bizarre to
it's a
us.
bit more natural. Like sure, there's times where like
Yes.
you could feel like some people were like, okay, is this appropriate for like this age? But then that's what the watershed is for, like after 9 p.m. or whatever, blah blah. But like, I always joke around with this because I grew up in a household where like talking about things like sex and stuff was normal, right? Like my parents knew that we were going to go out and drink, we were going to try smoking, we were going to try you know, like getting with people, whatever. So it was really normal, to the point where like I would embarrass, like, so the first time my ex-wife came to England, like we stayed in a hotel in London, and then when we got home, there was a massive party being held for her to be like, hey, welcome here, everything. As we're all eating, I just said to my parents, I'm gonna take her upstairs and smash her back doors in. Is that cool? Like just casual, and she went like bright red. She was fucking like, oh my god! And my parents were like, you kids go have fun, do what like, and it was just so nonchalant that like, and she was like, how fucking and I was like, what?
That's
Like, like
crazy.
we just it was like it was a very different vibe. And then I get here and everyone is like, you don't no, you don't say shit like that. And I'm like, what? They know we're gonna do shit anyway. Like, why am I trying to hide it? So, see, like some people are saying like it's weird that parents aren't as open and things. Like, it's kind of it's just normal. Like, yeah, there's a time and a place, I guess. Like, I'm not gonna be at Nana's funeral going like, "Hey, you fancy a quickie round the back?"
Oh my
But
god.
like, you know. So, um, Went said one last question because I feel like I'm asking too much. No, there's never asking too much, right? They know the rules. Like Frank said, he cut it off at ocean is soup. All right, but uh, if you could collab with anyone alive or dead, gamer, signer, scientist, etc., literally anyone, who would it be? That's a really good question. That's a really good question.
You could go, wifey. I don't have an answer.
Oh, and- uh, okay, with anyone, I'll do with anyone alive. I really like, I'm a really big EDM girl. I like raves. I like a lot of music. Music is like a definitely a big thing for me. Um, I would love to like collab. Does it have to be like someone that games, or could it be like anyone in the world?
Yeah, I think it could be
'Cause-
anyone in the world. Like, it doesn't have to be a gamer. It could be
okay,
you're having a talk with someone live on stream.
so I would definitely pick someone that's like Frank. Yeah, I would definitely pick someone that does EDM. I would love to like learn how to DJ, but there's not enough time in the world to do that. And I don't have enough patience to learn. But I would love to there I do like Grizz for the people who like EDM. I like Cascade, I like uh Tiesto. I'm like naming old like popular. Yes. Oh my god,
Yeah.
good, yay.
No, no.
John Summit. Cultured? Yes, I'm a very cultured girly.
Cultured girly. Well, I was gonna say, I mean, I don't know when she'll be doing them again, but I know Alpha Snowflake is part of your community. Yeah,
Yes.
she has her own DJ streams and stuff as well, and things
Mhm.
like that. So like, it's not out the realm of possibility that you could learn. Like, we obviously understand that you have a lot going on right now, but hey, like if it's something you want to do, I think there's time for that. In the long run, I think that's
Yeah.
a really good thing to aspire to do as well. Like, because it's a skill. It definitely is a skill. Mine would be
Yes.
like, I don't know. I would want to collab with like Steve Irwin. And I'd want to
Wait,
do live.
really?
Yeah, like I would want to do live streaming and just be like, let me follow you around and let me, like, that's like my level of thing. I don't know, or like even David Attenborough for me is someone, like I said, I grew up with these people where like I would want to have so many
How
questions.
old are they now?
Well, David Attenborough is in his like 90, I think he's like 94, 95. But that man has like 38 PhDs in variations of zoology and stuff. Like, like he's got so much knowledge in there that I'm just like, before he goes, we need to harvest everything we can from this man. Like he's just a
Did he
wealth
have
of
like
knowledge.
does he have like what do you call it? Those bibliographies? Like does he have like stuff stored? Because he does have like so much information.
Yeah, so like I think like he does. And I know they would really like Netflix and things were really trying to pump out these things about like, oh, Blue Planet, Animal Planet, just because they're like he's getting old. And like obviously again like everyone is saying like with Steve Irwin, like we thought he was gonna be timeless with these shows and then it was just gone. Like where you're just like, man, why did we not get more of that knowledge? Why couldn't we have more?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Frank and I watch like a lot of documentaries at night. Frank knows a lot of more about sea animals than I do because like or like animals in general because he watches these documentaries before we go to sleep. And I usually end up sleeping. But he watches them and he knows a lot of like random facts about animals.
Yeah, and I feel like that's going to be like very useful during some random trivia night.
Yes,
Where
that's what it is.
yeah, or like when you guys play games on stream like Jackbox, and it will go like, what is the dumbass nickname for this animal? And then you're like, I know this. I seen it on a thing. Like, yeah, and like Nicole says, I do the same as well. And
Oh,
like, look at that. Oh my god, Frank, you're too sweet. All right, but like,
I
uh,
know, right?
like I told you, couple goals. But like, yeah, like it's one of those things that like Nicole was saying as well, where it's like I have those moments where I'm just like, I'll think of a really random fact out of nowhere, and then I'll just have to tell someone, be like kind of like, hey, mom, or hey, so and so, did you know that? And they're like, what the fuck are you on about? And I was like, it's just stored in there. Um, but it's
That's
also
so funny.
it's also
Oh
kind
my,
of cute that you guys watch like documentaries again. I'm telling you, couple goals. I don't get it, like you know.
yeah.
But
We try.
again, chat. Have you got anything you would like to ask them? Because I'm trying to keep an eye on the time. I don't want to keep them, too long. Because like I mean, if you guys don't know, like, um, I always said that like if I wasn't to stream, I would mod full time. And I'm not just
Oh
saying
my
this
God.
because I've got.
Canine.
That's just it. Like I love modding for Frank and Wifey. Like me and Wifey have our own little thing where we go back and forth, like like no you type thing. But then also with shout outs and that, like my goal is to beat Wifey. And there'll be times I'll be gaming and I'm like,
I love
fuck,
that.
like I'm gonna beat Wifey.
I do the exact same thing, Canine. I'm like, shit, I have to be
Get
faster. I
that,
like it though, because you encourage me.
but that's just it. I find it really fun, like, and so like I know that at one point I was modding for over 39 channels and I was just like this is insane and I was just like no I got to stop.
39?
Yeah, and then so like I know with Frank and Wifey here like I'm not just saying this like I really enjoy modding for you guys because everyone is just so fun, so positive, so supportive. And then like on top of that, like it was very random that I got modded for that reason because Frank was drunk, as we mentioned before. But like it was like now, like if I could only go down to my like top 10, 100% I would choose you guys to mod for if I was to quit streaming or whatever. Which I have thought about. Leah was going to kick my ass during my deployment because
No,
I
don't
was like, I just
stop.
want a mod, and she was like, the fuck you are, like you're getting your ass on stream, and I was like, but I enjoy it. And but no, I definitely feel these right. And then again, like the amount of love and support that you put in Wifey as a mod is also like super aspirational. Oh my god, that looks really good.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie.
K9. No, literally you. I always am very inspired. I like when you come in because then I'm like, I also feel like I'm super thankful for you because I know someone has my back when I'm like unavailable to. Oh my gosh. But I'm being serious. Like it is so helpful having a second person like in there. Like I have no like when Frank becomes like a million, I'm gonna need all the help in the world because a million viewers, like Frank, I can see Frank is like a no. Stop. I'm so like I think Frank's gonna be the most famous person in the world, and he's gonna get all the thing he wants, and like we're manifesting it.
No, it's not. I like there is an element of manifesting. I think because at the end of the day, it's the energy that you guys put into these things that help it grow. But I think you guys are so natural with this. Like I know there's been times where like shit goes wrong, right? Like Twitch is Twitch, technical issues, there's work life, there's everything. But like I think it's a calling for both of you. Like personally, you're entertainers, right? Like but you're not just entertainers in the fact that like you guys just switch it on because I see it with you guys outside of stream, you know. You're in the Discord, you're making sure people are good, you're making sure people feel supported. Like if oh, there's
My
Queenie Valkyrie
mother
coming in
told me
with another thing.
someday I would
Um,
buy
but
Galley's with
if
gold
I
doors.
am someone that is jumping around streams, right, and like there'll be times where like I'll get home from work early. I'll have snuck off work, and I'll get into a stream, and fucking Frank is in there, and I'm like, for fuck's sake, Daddy Frank is in here again. Like, you know, it's not just like him, you know, being a presence on stream with wifey, doing the mod duties, the cute little wifey cam, the you know, like the wifey takeovers. But like, you guys are everywhere. Like I see you guys everywhere. I'll try and go into some obscure person's stream, and then guess who's fucking in there? It's Frank and Wifey. Yeah, they already know this person, you know. So it's like the level of support you show is like what you're getting back, and I think that's super aspirational for anyone who streams. You know, to see that and go, all right, like not only are you couple goals, but you guys are out there like making this more than just a hobby. You know, it's a passion. It's a building a sense of friendship, building communities. Like, how is that for you in doing that?
Um, so there's there's been times I probably were watching more new streamers and trying to really grow and network as much as I can, and I was getting better numbers at the time. But the issue is there's never it's never gonna stop. There's always someone else you can meet. There's always another streamer live today. There's always this one's playing this game. It's never gonna end. And it eventually, I've been doing this now for I think it's almost 3 years. I got to the point now. It's just can't I can't be everywhere. I can't be
Yeah.
everywhere. So I'm cherishing the people that um are I get along with.
Mhm.
I bounce off with. I enjoy their streams. I enjoy their content. I enjoy the person they are. I enjoy how they treat their community. I enjoy what they offer as a friend because at the end of the day, I'm hanging out with some of you more than hang out with my real friends IRL.
Right.
I shouldn't say real friends. That's wrong way of putting it.
IRL friends
I are
in
like friends
person.
that I can see every day, friends that
Yeah.
live 20 minutes away that I've known since junior high, elementary school. I'm seeing you guys, maybe not seeing, but I'm hanging out with you guys more. If you're in my streams, you're hanging out with me there. If I'm in your stream, you're hanging out with you there. Maybe we're both in a different stream. I'm hanging out with you there. I'm not texting my friends, "Hey, how you doing today?" I see you guys in a stream. "Hey, how you doing today?" So end of the day, I am talking to you guys more than um my, my family too. At this
Yeah.
point, like I see you guys every day. It's more than everyone. So I was really getting out there networking, and then eventually it took over my life. I didn't have time to do my own content. I didn't have time to do anything with wifey. I didn't have time to do anything. So I took a step back. Um, and just I'm just enjoying the people that come to my stream to show me some love. I enjoy watching them stream, and I'm sure almost all of you in this chat, I've probably been in your stream at least once or multiple times, just hanging out with you and building friendships and seeing what's going on in your life, as well as expressing what's going on in my life. And I want to pass it on for the world. So I'm to the point of my streaming career where I'm just here to have fun with the people I met. If new people come along and I meet them and I vibe with them, of course I'll add them to the list of people I love to support and be with. But I'm not actively anymore. Which and I just don't have the time. I don't have the time,
Yeah.
and it's it's really tough because you want to because you want to network more, you want to keep on growing, but I already know 3 people that are alive right now,
Yeah.
and I love these guys. These are my friends. I don't want to not go into their stream just so I
Yeah.
can say hi to this guy. And who knows if I'm gonna mesh with this person? Who knows if I even enjoy the type of human he is or the type of person they are, the content they're giving out. You don't know. So I taking a step back and just kind of hanging out with the people that are close to me. And I don't regret it. I don't regret it one bit. I'm focusing now more on actually editing things and streaming for a purpose rather than back then I was literally just streaming just any content I thought was decent, do it and spend all my time networking. So um it's it's this streaming thing's tough. Whether
Yeah.
you believe it or not, it's actually tough and it's a lot of emotion goes into it, a lot of mind games that go into it.
Yeah.
A lot of decisions you have to make with
There's a
time,
lot of
with
hurt
how your time
feelings
wants to
too,
be spent.
at
Hmm.
times. And I'm like, again, this is why I think ultimately there's a lot that like you and I get each other with because of seeing that level of support, right? Is like there's a reason I'm in some of these people's things is because I'm doing exactly the same thing as you. I'm trying to get to know people, trying to bring in new friends that are very positive, very supportive of each other. And like it's tiring. I don't like calling it networking, even though I know it is because it feels so clinical when you do that. But every now and then I'll have a moment where I'll check out a recommended channel. I'll be in there. But like you said, you start detracting from the people that have been there from the beginning, and then you're just like, I'm trying to balance. Like, I'm actually doing this so that we can all have a healthy, growing community of people that support each other. I'm kind of jumping on that grenade to sacrifice myself for the fact that I'm not in your streams as much or whatever, and then I'm pointing them in your directions or whatever. But like, it's hard. It is very hard to be in like all of these places at once. And on top of that, like you do your best to do that whilst at work. Like half the time, if I get caught on my phone on Twitch for work, I'm doing push-ups. Like there's no ifs,
Yeah,
ands, or buts. Like
I work from home, so they don't know what
yeah,
I'm doing at home.
exactly. But you still got to get your work done. You still got to,
Hmm.
you know, and then like even so, like you said, you're trying to support the OGs there. You're trying to support the big people, but you're also trying to show that love to people just by coming in, dropping a couple of emotes, just showing your presence, being like, hey, I care, and that's hard because some people take that both ways. Some people, the real ones out there, and let's be real, are like the ones that understand you're busy, understand you have a life, and you can't be there all the time. There's no love lost. And then there's some people that are like, I never see you in my streams anymore. And they're like, well, I can't be everywhere, and it's sad. If I could be everywhere at once, I would be too, like I love showing people that. And then I love going in and seeing like, oh, if I scroll up like 3 things, there's gonna be twerking Pikachu. Frank's been here, you know what I mean? Or oh, here's wifey doing a "How are you? Amazing, we love you," like type thing. It's rough out there, but I hope people do really understand that like there's the early stream days where you have the time to do that, and then now you're at what, like 3.2k followers. You're here, there, and everywhere as it is, let alone your own content. Like which we love you for. You know, not only do, like again, this is the point where we get soppy because I know it's closing time in a minute, but like we love the not only the content that you provide us because let's be real, you're fucking funny. All right, like you come up with these ideas, you work super hard to make those ideas come true, right? When people are like, oh, messing with your plan, the grand scheme of things, or you've got an idea. Even the fact that you can adapt to streaming, right? That's one of the hardest things. If things don't go right, you adapt. You're like, what should we do? Should we change games? Should we do this in the city? And then you've got wifey right by your side, being like, "Yay, let's do this!" Like cheerleading, like and it's super super sweet, right? But then you got you guys as people, right? And that's why most people come to your channel. At the end of the day, like your content is great. I'm not detracting from that, but like Frank, you're an amazing person. Wifey, you're an amazing person, and both of you together make amazing people. You know, let alone the fact that like everyone's jealous because, like Nicole's saying, beautiful people. All right, we don't know why you guys got looks, charm, and you found each other, but we're happy for you. You know, in that sense. But it is one of those things that like I know, and many of these people in here, yeah, and brains like nursing school. What the fuck? Like Frank, when he was trying to even teach me how to put walk-ons on in a different way, I was so lost. I was like, do you know what? I'll just do the basic ass bitch way. I don't even get this. Like, you guys are super super talented, and as everyone's saying, like Nicole, um, really a great presence here on this platform, and we thank you for that. We understand the stress. We understand that maybe you have to miss a few date nights. All right, but like at least you got each other for that, right? Whereas normally I get bitched out. If ever I'm like, I got to do this stream, and then whoever I'm with is like, are you serious? Uh, but no, we're very very thankful for you, as people and as streamers. You guys have done a lot of good. So as you can see in chat, everyone is like hyping you the fuck up, and so they should be. You know.
I I appreciate the kind words, and we're grateful
Oh
that
my
you
gosh, thank
give
you.
us the time and as much time of your life as you give my stream. I actually set up this watch time thing. I'm sure you up there with God knows how many hours of watch time. So we appreciate it, and me and wifey, maybe more so me in particular. Truly honored and humbled that anyone would give me any time of their day to, be in the stream, supporting me and what I'm doing. No matter what I've changed the stream, it's been different stuff throughout the years, and no matter where I took it, you guys stay there and you guys watch, you guys hang out with me. So I say it every stream. I pretty much every stream. Maybe I miss one or two, but I thank everyone for really just supporting me and making making this all possible. I mean, maybe it is a dream one day. We love to stream full time. How cool would that be? But and to me, I try to my best to keep it as a hobby. Keep it as a
Yeah.
hobby.
Stay
That
humble.
way, yeah, that way you never find yourself forcing something, or you never. And I do get sometimes I get upset. Stream didn't go as well as I thought it to. I felt like I wasted my time, whatever. Um, but I try my best to finish stream and be like, well, did I have fun? Yeah, I had fun. Then that's all it's all about. And did I have some content I can make? I do have plenty of
Yes.
content I can make. That's what it's all about. I'm here just trying to make content and have a good time. So, you guys make the stream better that could ever possibly be. And I'm sure Kane and any other streamer in here can attest to that. When no one's hanging out with you, it's really hard to stream. It's really difficult. So you guys make it 100 million times better. You guys allow me to create the content I do and do the things I do. Because if no one's there, I might as well just playing games for wifey. Like, I don't need to go live. I'll just say, wifey, want to play games or watch me play games type of things. So, but really, thank you again. And I mean, I try to be there for everyone, as we mentioned before. There's only so much time of the day, but I know for a fact, and wifey's there too. If you guys are here and you're showing me love, who am I not to be there as much as I can for each and every one of you? And we try, and I hope you guys see the effort out there. We appreciate you more than you know, wifey. I'll let you say a couple things.
I just want to say thank you so much, Canine, for organizing this. Was absolutely amazing and so much dopamine, serotonin going around. So sweet. Coming off from what Frank says, Frank literally supports anyone he can possibly can at any time, no matter if the free time, even if we're on vacation, he's always there for you guys. It's like amazing how much support he like also gives out.
Too much sometimes, probably too much. Wifey's like, "Can you
Yeah.
fucking we eating dinner? Get the fuck off of
Get the
Twitch."
fuck
No,
off.
it's okay.
And
I let
I'm
you
like,
do it.
What do
I
you
let you
mean?
do it during
K9's on
dinner.
right now. I only got an hour and a half before I go live. I gotta say hi to these people." Or I'm
Which
laying
is
in bed
fine.
and wifey's like, Really? You're gonna watch streamer again?" I'm like, "Wifey, I
Wait,
just
I
gotta
don't
say hi
say
to them."
that. I did not say that at all.
You give me the look in the eye. I
The
know what
look is
you're saying.
enough. The
You don't need to say it. I like go in bed and I grab my phone and I pull it up and he just like
wifey's like, look at me.
and
You
then
want
she
to
Because I
come
turns
join
want
me?
over.
So
cuddles. I want cuddles. I want attention
yeah.
too.
But
I
let's
get
be
it. I get
real.
it. I get it.
I know that is that love between you guys where you do find some balance, right? I know we're joking around and we see
Yes,
like
no, we
the
definitely do.
yeah, and that's why again you guys are goals because like at the end of the day, I know all I want is someone that I can give my attention to, but then we support each other every way possible. And even if that is sometimes a bed where you're like, hey, this person is on, I just want to say hi to them and then I'll give you some cuddles. Like, you know what I mean? So like,
Once you open it up, it's like this person's on. And
yeah.
then you're like, who else is on?
Hold on,
Oh,
yeah.
this person's on.
It's
4
Oh, who else
o'clock
is
in the
on? Oh,
morning.
yeah.
wait 1 second right there. I got 3 more people to stop in and say hi. And I don't like to. Hey, looks are great and all, but like I feel like I want to be there for them.
He
And
wants to
me
be there.
hopping in and just putting a lurk thing and saying, sorry, I'm busy. It's nice. And I appreciate the lurks. Every streamer appreciates the lurk. Numbers help a lot. But I try my best to at least hang out for at least 10, 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Depending how long I have, if I have all day, I'll just hang out while I'm editing and whatnot. But I try my best to actually be there and socialize. And oddly enough, like, you know Sea Captain?
Yeah.
Sea Captain Ports?
Yeah.
Oddly
Kathy.
enough,
420. Yeah.
so we got like the Twitch recaps or whatever. And I was his top chatter in his stream. And he was like, dude, do you know you're the top chatter in my stream? I was like, oh, good for me. I was like, I mean,
Just
I didn't do anything out of ordinary. I just hang out with you while I'm working. I chit chat the same as probably chit chat in most other streams. And he's like, oh, you're a top chatter. I was like, oh,
I
I guess
mean,
you're welcome. You're
it
doing a
comes
good job. I
naturally,
enjoy hanging out with
Yeah,
you.
like I'm just
Yeah,
having a
good.
good time myself.
Pat, you're back because I like to hang out with you in chat. I want to be a top chatter if you want entertaining. So it goes right back at you.
No, definitely. And again, I think that's just one of those things that is a big draw for you guys is that like you understand that streaming life is hard, but you're there for other people. Whereas when you get to the point in streaming life when you can't be there for people and you can't even read chat, like you always make a point of pausing whatever you're doing to read chat and welcome
I
people
try.
in, and it's hard. It is rough. Like that's why in a way why I love modding for you guys because it's like for me it feels great to be like, hey, I see Frank is locked in. He's in that RP. He's, so Wifey and I and Sky and all these other wonderful
I know,
mods
right?
here,
Everyone.
like Nate, everyone, like they've got it where they're just like, all right, like we understand it. That's what modding should be
Mm.
about. It's not
It
about taking away from
you
you
know
guys. It's
Yes.
adding. So
the immersion that it takes to actually be, especially when I try my best to actually get into my character I play as. Maybe I'm not the best at it. I'm obviously not saying I'm the best at it, but I try my best to make sure I stay in the character. And every time
yeah,
I switch to go to chat and chit chat, I'm kind of breaking my concentration on the character. And also, especially, I mean, whenever I'm with playing Destiny Hips, I'm usually leading
mm,
conversations. Maybe people probably think I talk too much. I don't give a shit. I'm leading
stop
conversations. So
it.
when I walk away, usually they're like, hello. I get back and they're like, where the fuck did you go? I was like, guys, I was just going for 30 seconds. I was like, gotta be kidding me. I was like,
Oh
I'm
my
right
god.
here.
Especially if they're waiting and waiting and waiting and you're like, hey, I was playing Happy Birds or something like that when you get back. It's like it's
Oh yeah,
hard.
you've
It's
got to
so
think up a
hard.
reason. Like I was in my head for a
Mhm.
second. I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like, you know. And again, I just want to highlight this. Yeah, Nicole used to tell me off a lot because we would be playing games and I'd be modding for you guys, and I'd be like, Frank got a raid or something, just leave me alone, like let me be. And she would be like, we're in the middle of a firefight, and I'm just like, hold on, let me. I gotta beat wifey to all the commands. I gotta beat her to everything. So
I love it though, because then I'm like, oh shit, Kanan's on his shit. I have to get my shit together.
together. And then they'll be like,
It's
wifey's like,
good.
I'm doing laundry, give me a second. I'm like, no, you're good. Like, you know.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
exactly. Nicole's saying it. Always got to be wifey. It's always a great time. Subject Sigma, can we get his points back? Because you'll have to come in another stream to
Oh,
do that. Because it's a
Sigma.
whole scene. It's a whole thing. All right, and right now this is about Frank and wifey. But I'm looking at the time, and we've already gone over the usual 3 hours. They know that like I could yap with them forever. All right, but as you see, because I'm always in their stream. But it is unfortunately about to be closing time at the Doghouse, which means I do have to play the song. You know, it's a sad time.
Closing
Sad
time.
All right, this is a Nicole suggestion. All right, it's closing time.
Closing time.
But I'm gonna ask you guys: is there any? Can I get my 75k points back? No, heavy, but you also redeemed VIP as a mod. I don't know why you would do that. But is there anyone you would like to go show some love to, or because I don't think you're going live right now because I know it's late for you guys.
Oh no. I'm actually in an hour time. I gotta play some GTA because someone's like live rapping for someone's
Is
birthday
it
party
Doodoo? Is
in the
Doodoo
city of.
back?
Oh my
No,
god, are
I
you?
wish. I wish.
I wish.
Fucking, if he sang Ice Ice Baby for me live, that would be fucking insane. No, I have no idea. I have no clue what's Rewind Sky for the birthday party and Rewind. So the news crew's gonna hop in and play some of that. I'm not going live for it though. I'm probably to be like just there
Yeah.
and waiting for the event to happen, waiting for the guy to sing. I can give two shits. No offense, I don't even know the person's birthday. I never met them in the city, so no offense to you. I can kind of give two shits. I said happy birthday to her on Thursday when I played. To my defense, I think it was
Yeah.
actual birthday on Thursday. I'm not going for your birthday party. I'm going for the live rap performance. And I'm gonna put it in my newscast, so it should be interesting. So I'll probably just be there in the city and just wait in the back, and they'll be like, "All right, the guy's gonna sing in 5 minutes." Like, all right, I gotta play, get some footage, and then get the hell out of here, type thing.
make a little TikTok out of it or something,
What we do? Did you see my most recent newscast? We're trying to get the newscast up and running again, and the city's been a lot of content, so we're getting some good newscast. So I'm gonna put this on the most recent newscast. And we played Thursday, and we got so much extra news. So we're gonna have another newscast going. So this is just
we got it,
additional
man. We
content
got it.
going.
Wifey, I know you're probably on top of this more than I am right now. If you would like to link the socials for everyone, because normally I
Oh
beat you
yeah.
to it and go TikTok, Discord, YouTube, and then one of us is wrong in that.
When
For
this
everyone,
is wrong.
well, like because like it will say like one of us will do the command and it'll shout out, and immediately after
Yes.
someone does it, we're like,
Yes.
"Fuck!" All right, I thought I
I
beat you
know.
to it.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm
Yeah.
always like,
So if you would like to
funny.
go and support Frank on his other ventures on the socials, his YouTube is popping. I can tell you that because there is so much content going up there with these new films and things that he's doing. There's the Discord as well. Yeah, don't forget his OnlyFans. Me and Frank made some premium content just the other week. I managed to get him the other day. Lots of me saying daddy. He loves when I call him Daddy Frank. But, you know, and again, TikTok, now that it's apparently not being banned.
OnlyFans.
Yeah,
I told Frank we could do OnlyFans.
I mean, look, we'll see what 2025 brings, all right? We don't know,
I'm just joking. I think Frank could kill me.
Yeah, if TikTok gets banned finally, you got to make your money somehow. But anyway, all right. No, we really, really do appreciate everything that you do, and even uploading and editing all those things for these platforms is in itself a huge, huge task. So if you could go over there, follow, you know, do the whole YouTube thing, like, comment, subscribe below. That would mean a lot to us. And then Frank or Wifey, have you got someone in mind to raid?
So I was checking, and I think we can go over to Hank. This guy, he is such a humble human
Oh,
being. He's so sweet, so
Hank's
caring,
Alien
so
Tech?
giving, so genuine. Yeah, Hank's Alien Tech.
Yeah.
You guys gonna love him. If you don't ever met him yet, um, I'm telling you, he's very down to earth, very sociable, very wants to get to know you, he wants to be your friend. He wants to make friends out here. He wants to have fun with you, and he does some good work with his overlays and his little transition screens and whatnot going. He is
he's so
a great
caring.
human being.
Yeah, I can say
I
I've seen him
threw
there a
it
few
in
times.
chat here if that helps you out there.
Yeah, I've already got it pulled up because I am following him as well. And again, like you said, he is
Oh,
a very, very good streamer for being such a small streamer. He puts a lot of effort into his streams. It is very, very cool to see. I'm not saying that you guys aren't out there doing the best that you can with what you've got, but it's nice to see when someone really wants to go the extra mile to try and make things. And Hank definitely does do that. And Nicole is right. It is the best couple on Twitch right here. I've been super, super thankful to get you guys on. I'm definitely looking forward to trying to convince Doodoo Brown to get the Frank and Doodoo show going again.
oh,
If you can convince him, I tried. I already tried so many times. I don't want to be pushy. I'm just waiting for him to give me the green light, and
I
we'll be
mean,
back up in business. But
oh.
because all I'm saying is, before we go, you guys doing that were a huge inspiration for this channel and making a podcast. You guys showed me that it was a different way of doing things, right? It wasn't just a sit down interview. It was go with it. You guys had great chemistry, just like you and Wifey have great chemistry. Um, but obviously, I have to give thanks to Zahabi, who's been in here as well, for his podcast. Such kind words, and we love Zahabi After Dark. Joker Dad was in here. Rocket Goth is the other one, but you guys are like the four pillars of what made the Doghouse happen. So know that you guys are the four walls that surround us when we do this. All right. So thank you so much for agreeing to this. I know that we were meant to do this Super Bowl Sunday, but I can't take you away from your football. So
that game was awful. I probably
you
should
would
have
have
did this
probably done the
instead.
podcast. You would have probably
That
gone
game was
better.
so bad.
But let's go raid into Hank's Alien Tech. If any of you like the vibes, please do give a follow, show that love, show that support. Because again, we'll never know who who you're gonna make someone's day for, right? And it could be a raid, it could just be you being in chat. Again, thank you so much, Nicole, for doing the mod duties tonight. I really do appreciate that. Allowing me to talk to these wonderful people in front of me. But we are about to raid out. So you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you once again. I will be in your stream, no doubt, whenever you next go live, which will be. Have you guys got a plan to go live next? When are you going?
Wednesday. We'll be live Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Take the next 2 days to hopefully finish my movie as well as do the newscast. And I gotta get Julia Miles, the wonderful Julia Miles, into the city to do the anchor work for the newscast. I'm gonna be a busy camp for the next 2 days, so we'll see what happens. I'll be back Wednesday with something. Maybe do an edit stream. I don't know. If I'm so behind these edits, I feel like there might be some decent content for people to watch over to see what it actually takes to really edit these things.
No, that's a great idea. Show some people some behind the scenes stuff. I know I'll do my best to be there, as will many of these wonderful people. I'm just letting you guys know as well. Alfred just jumped in. I've just asked her when she's going to be on your podcast. You're not late. There's no one ever late. This will be up on YouTube. I'll put the link in my Discord. I'll also send it to Frank and Wifey if they want to post it. That's up to them. But it's just honestly, there's no fancy editing like Frank. It is just as raw as the stream was. But yes, I'm going to click to start that raid. You guys have a wonderful night. I'm going to let you guys know because Epic didn't know this last time. I don't mute it on the outro song. And she was yapping. And I was like, Epic, but thank you so much for such a wonderful night. I want you guys to know I was legit super anxious to have you guys on because, yeah, even though I feel like I've known you forever, you guys are like rock stars to me. So, everyone have a wonderful night. I'm gonna hit start that raid. So as we leave, first Sergeant Huey Irwin is down here, Specialist K9 is here, and from Let's Be Frank and Wifey, no doubt, let's head out to Hank's Alien Tech. Much love, everyone, and we'll catch you soon.
Let's go, it's time to unite. K9 Squad, we're ready to fight. Popping smoke, troops on the run.